All right, so once again, I'm live coming in. Hot day in VA weather-wise. It's about 97, 98 today. So, mm, but it's been hot. So, I mean, you know, everybody is. A lot of stuff been going on. In the state of Virginia, there's homes.
Better staffing.
To industry professionals,
We too agree that staffing is the greatest proxy for quality of care.
to lawmakers,
When you have so many patients to care for and you don't have standards, you don't have human care.
it's widely agreed upon that higher nursing home staffing levels lead to better outcomes for residents. And yet, Virginia has remained in the shrinking minority of states without a minimum staffing standard in place. Tracy Pompey, whose father died in a nursing home that was cited for delaying his care, feels lawmakers have slow walked what should have been a critical priority.
It angers me that this has been happening for too long. This has been happening for decades and you still can't do anything.
But that changed in 2023 when the General Assembly passed a state level staffing requirement, which was endorsed by provider organizations like Leading Age Virginia, where Dana Parsons is vice president.
We supported that legislation and we worked with the patrons of the legislation. And as soon as it dropped, we started informing our members about it.
The law requires facilities to provide at least 3.08 nurse staff hours per resident per day. Now, that was a disappointment to advocates who pushed for a higher standard, but considered fair by industry lobbyists who say the workforce was hindered by the pandemic. Democratic delegate Vivian Watts, who has introduced other staffing bills for 2 decades, says the law that passed allows facilities to remain out of compliance for multiple years before ever facing consequences like fines or action on their license.
I objected again and again to the lack of serious enforcement, where you could go on year after year after year, again and again. The word may rather than shall was throughout the legislation. It was very, very open-ended, and it did not contain the level of oversight that we need to have.
The legislation also came with a delayed implementation date of July 1st, 2025. So this month, the standard was expected to be in place. But it remains in limbo because the regulations have still not been finalized and, in fact, are in the early stages of the regulatory process 2 years after the Virginia Department of Health initiated action.
So it's been quite a confusing picture going forward.
Governor Glenn Youngkin's office says that's because of restrictions on the law that the industry advocated for. A clause stated that in the event of a federal staffing requirement, the state standard would be void. Now, there was a federal rule finalized last year, but it has been legally challenged and delayed by 10 years through the adoption of the One Big Beautiful Bill. So that should allow for the regulatory process to continue, but it is behind schedule.
Very disappointing because, like I said, we've been waiting. You've been waiting for this. I'm sure residents in nursing facilities, I'm sure our elderly in nursing facilities have been waiting for this and then to get shot down again.
Regardless, Youngkin's spokesperson says nursing homes should move to the higher standard of care voluntarily without waiting for state enforcement.
As not-for-profit providers, they are mission-driven, and quality of care is paramount along with staffing. So I would say that our members at this time are not really confused about it not going into effect on July 1st because they were already implementing it.
I'm Tyler Lane for CBS 6 News.
This is horrible. Missing teeth causes a range of different problems in a person's life, and Nuvi
It was a quiet Friday.
So this is about these vape shops getting raided today. In Colonial Heights.
Morning at this Pickwick Shopping Center hair salon before a sea of blue lights flooded the parking lot.
I looked out the door and there were like 2 vans, 4 or 5 police cars, a police officer with a battering ram, and telling people to get on the ground.
As these 2 vape shops in the shopping center were raided by police. Across town, a 3rd vape shop also swarming with police officers.
So today, 3 search warrants were executed on 3 shops in the city, all vape shops.
Sources say officers were looking for illegal gambling machines and illegal narcotics. The vast number of police involved, though.
Yes, I was really concerned because I've never seen that much activity in this shopping center.
For several hours, investigators removed evidence in brown paper bags from the shops and loaded them into this van.
We came in this morning, we saw all the police cars.
For Crystal Miller, it was a police raid she was glad to see.
Colonial Heights needs to do a little bit more deep investigations of some of these so-called vape stores.
Along with police, the Colonial Heights Commonwealth's Attorney's Office was on hand.
This was because the Commonwealth's Attorney's Office, along with the police department, have been receiving complaints from business owners and citizens about these particular shops.
Noel Nachasaki, the Deputy Commonwealth's Attorney, says this police operation was an example of people seeing something and saying something.
So if the citizens or business owners see illegal activity or something that is concerning to them, they should contact the police department so that they can act upon it if necessary.
One of the vape shops in Pickwick Shopping Center is open 24 hours a day, and Melody Dittman says she has concerns about safety.
I am concerned because I work over here, and I'm concerned for the safety of me and also the other people around here.
Colonial Heights police tell me the 3 vape shop raids Friday morning were the result of a months-long investigation. Police recovered illegal narcotics from 2 of the 3 vape shops and illegal gambling machines from all 3. At this time, no arrests have been made. In Colonial Heights, Wayne Koval, CBS 6 News.
Popeye se está poniendo saucy.
See on 7 News, people taking cover after at least a...
You talking about 140 bullets fired across North D.C.
140 gunshots were fired in Northeast D.C. just Wednesday night. Thank you for joining us. I'm Michelle Marsh.
And I'm Scott Thuman. Those shots leaving a man injured and a church riddled with bullet holes. Our crew went back to the neighborhood today and found doors that were blown out and a house and multiple cars damaged. Our Washington, D.C. reporter, Felicia Ashley, is joining us live near Benning Road. And Felicia, how many suspects are police looking for right now?
Well, they're looking for upwards, listen to this, upwards of 4 suspects. And that's because this was a very large shootout beef between 2 separate groups. And I want to show you just behind this gate right here. That was the focal point of the shooting, rather the target. And one thing I want to tell you is that in this video, what you're going to see young kids, parents running because these bullets went everywhere across this neighborhood.
That's where one of the bullets traveled through the roof.
A family with their babies and kids in hand was leaving the church after planning a shut-in Wednesday night. Police say a shootout between 2 groups near 15th and Benning Road sent more than 140 shots across the neighborhood, blowing out these cars, hitting homes, and the Solid Rock Perfecting Church.
I'm not a person that's easily to scare, but it is definitely unnerving because and it's not in the evening now, it's at any time of the day, morning, noon, night, just any time. And again, the community, they're crying out.
I spoke to Crystal Diallo after she finished sweeping up the debris from the bullets. She says the apartments owned by the Horning brothers have brought fear to the church.
You can see right through
Yes,
where the
correct.
shooting happened.
Yes. Like I said, this isn't the first time. Just leaving here where we were faced with people just pointing guns at us and robbing. They stole someone's car and just driving down the street and guns pointed at us.
A place of worship and community say they're caught in the middle of a battleground.
People are dropping like flies over here. I mean, the neighborhood is really bad. Every night, I seen a body get picked up across the street from me.
Deborah Warren says the sounds felt like shots were going through her apartment down the street.
Have you had a chance to speak with your ANC, seen any ANCs or council members, any leadership in this area?
Not at all.
As far as security and watch each other's back, that's pretty much how we've been trying to maintain.
And community members and the church told they do not know how much longer they can maintain all of this on their own. And to give you an idea of just how intense this shooting was, you can slightly see a police car there. There's another police car literally pulling up as we're talking to you. There is an increased police presence in this area right now, but the shots from through that alley and through that apartment complex, they hit these homes. And the church we were telling you about in this report, they went through this ceiling up here. So for now, reporting live from Northeast DC, Felicia Ashley, 7 News.
All right,
Are you looking to establish your business using an address other than your home? Wish you had a professional.
So that's just some things that have been going on. Not really surprised at all. No, she should be actually. At least I don't think he should be. You are surprised. That's on you. So you said male birth control. I ain't pulled it up on YouTube yet. Excuse me. Well, the House Committee has approved a bill to keep public in dark about pesticide the risk.
They don't believe how toxic this is. If you're still using a plastic or wooden cutting board, you need to hear this.
A group of Iowans are.
So it's called the Cancer Gag Act, is what it's called. That's what they call it, the Cancer Gag Act. Basically, that's what it's called, the Cancer Gag Act. So let's get into this now. Cancer Gag Act.
Speaking out against a proposed bill that they say protects pesticide companies over people. Senate File 394 is being called Bayer's Cancer Gag Act by its opponents. They say that bill shields pesticide manufacturers from lawsuits relating to health impacts of their products. One of those products is Roundup, which is owned by Bayer. Its active ingredient, glyphosate, is under investigation as a possible carcinogen. Roundup is widely used in Iowa, mostly in yards as well as farming. Now, Iowa has the fastest rising cancer rate in the country, and that's leading critics to say the proposal does more harm than good in addressing the issue.
I know that glyphosate is useful for some farming, but everything has pros and cons, and Roundup has a cost. Bayer would like to pretend that there is no cost. Our state legislature must not help them silence people's right to redress that cost in court.
This bill is so decisively unpopular because Iowans know that multinational, multi-billion-dollar corporations don't need protection. Iowans, on the other hand, are facing a public health crisis. We're getting sick, and we're not being prioritized here at the Iowa State Capitol.
The 2025 Cancer in Iowa report indicates roughly 58 Iowans are diagnosed with cancer each day. Though the bill is receiving pushback, the legislation did end up passing the Senate last week and is now making its way through the Iowa House.
Vanguard Active Fixed Income. Expert team, disciplined risk, proven results. Over 90% of Vanguard's active fixed income funds have outperformed their peer group averages over the past 10 years. Industry-leading investments. Vanguard, well on your way.
Yo, what's up, man? How you doing?
All right, what up, man?
How you doing? How you doing, all right?
Just living the dream, living the scheme, you know what I mean?
All right, cool. Yeah, I just got back home, but here we go.
Welcome back, everybody. We're just over a week away from President Trump's August 1st tariff deadline. If countries don't come to new deals with the United States by then, they will face tariffs as high as 50%, which could lead to price hikes on everything from clothes to our beloved coffee in the morning. And while trade tensions simmer, new data from the Wall Street Journal found that one of America's biggest retailers is allegedly taking advantage of all the economic uncertainty. News Nation's Brooke Schaefer joins us live. Hey there, Brooke, talking about Amazon here.
Yeah, hey, Marky, good morning. According to the Wall Street Journal, Amazon has been quietly raising prices on some low-cost items, things like deodorant, eye drops, and soup. Walmart, though, meanwhile, has been apparently lowering some of their prices on some of those exact products. This is, again, according to the Wall Street Journal, which had an analysis done by Trajit Data in a comparison of prices on 2,500 low-cost goods from January to July. The average price on Amazon went up 5.2%. At the same time, Walmart lowered prices on inexpensive goods by nearly 2%. The Journal, again, analyzed thousands of items, things like Visine eye drops on Amazon. They went up 73% since the start of the year. Throat drops, they saw a 42% price hike. Chicken broth, 24%. A deodorant up 19%. And then get this one, Pet Armor pet care drops saw a whopping 136% increase. The Journal reported many of the manufacturers of the products that saw increased prices said they didn't raise their prices. So this is really apparently all on Amazon. For their part, Amazon told News Nation this story was, quote, false and misleading. They said the items were cherry-picked and called the study flawed. They also said the comparison between dates in January to dates in July doesn't account for any price fluctuations. Marky?
Yeah, I wonder why Walmart would be able to absorb those costs and lower them and Amazon wouldn't. We'll get to that with guests in just a little bit. But Brooke, while we're talking about price hikes, I couldn't help but notice that Americans are paying a lot more for their burgers and steaks right now. What's the deal there?
Yeah, that's right. The price of beef, Marky, now at a record high. And unfortunately for consumers, experts don't think that price will go down anytime soon. On average, a pound of ground beef now costs $6.12. That's up 12% from last year. That's also the largest price increase since 2022. The Bureau of Labor Statistics says steak prices jumped 8% year over year. There's also reporting from Newsweek that says the beef supply is really taking a hit from changes in the climate, economics, and shrinking cattle herds. Also, the USDA reported that between 2017 and 2022, the number of ranches across the country went down by 7%. So all of that impacting prices here. The National Grocers Association told News Nation they are working to keep meat stocked and prices affordable. Despite rising beef costs driven by various factors, they're working hard to keep meat cases stocked and prices affordable again for American families everywhere. Tariffs could also impact the beef supply chain and the price. 23% of the beef in the U.S. comes from Brazil, and starting August 1st, there could be a 50% tariff from that country. Marky?
Yeah. Beef prices are the new egg prices, apparently. Brooke, thank
you. Hey, still ain't, man.
So, man, this is, I don't see why people think that the tariff shit is like the best idea since sliced bread. I don't understand that. You know, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was telling people from, months ago, this is going to be a tax on you.
Limu Limo at your service. Here to help you save hundreds by customizing your car insurance.
All right.
Well, Tim and Steph.
Look, yeah, I see you saying, hold on. I gotta pull up this stuff with this thing with Uber. I just found this out the other day. Uber got an app that got women that they can reject having male drivers in the car.
Oh man, these people sick, bro. Here we go.
Yo, what's up, man? How you doing, bro? Yo. What's up, man? How you doing? Yeah, hey, look, Frank. As a matter of fact, they jumped what you call it today out in Colonial Heights. They raided a vape shop there. Yeah.
Wow.
They got narcotics and gambling machines in the jump.
They were doing some shit like that a while back out here and shit. Motherfuckers had the whole setup and shit in the smoke shop.
Yeah, they raided them today. Shit, and they went to a 98-degree day too. The hottest shit today, man.
Damn.
Hot today, man.
Yeah, I'm about to cut my hair too, man. Fuck the bullshit.
Yeah, it's hot. Oh yeah, I did get a haircut yesterday. Yeah, I sure did. Couldn't think about it. Yeah. Look, this is crazy stuff. Uber rolls out program matching women passengers with women drivers. So they say they tired of y'all men to holler them in the car to get a women driver.
Some of the drivers I talked to from rideshare companies who are men say they're not all that thrilled because they say Lyft is already doing this rider matching service. And they say that means less customers for them and not as much competition for the women because they have more competition because there are more female drivers. But the women drivers we talk to say they have a much different perspective. Uber touts its new feature allowing women to request women drivers as a way to provide riders with more confidence and choice when they need a ride.
Doesn't bother me at all. No, not at all. Everybody's free to choose whoever they want.
The new option will appear on the Uber app. But if the wait time is too long, Uber says riders can easily opt for a faster pickup.
We can feel more safety. Yeah.
Uber's competition Lyft rolled out its similar Women Connect program in 2023 and took it nationwide last year. A spokesperson told us it's one of their highest rated driver features with 67% of eligible drivers opting in. Maria Flores says she just had a rider request it.
She say, "Oh, I only request for females because I feel safety."
Driver Alana Engelman from Portland says it's one of the main reasons she prefers to drive for Lyft.
You would not believe how many women tell me when they get in the car, like, "Oh, I'm so glad you're my driver."
Uber says it can't guarantee a woman driver, but if riders turn on the preference, it will increase their chances. Uber also plans to offer women drivers the option to request women riders, including during peak nighttime hours. But some of the men at the PDX driver holding area say these options aren't necessary.
The Uber company got the info of the driver and the passengers. So nobody can do any trouble for anybody.
It's gonna bring more women by women in the business. So I think it's not a good idea.
But women drivers say men don't understand what they face.
One guy in the vehicle asked if he could kiss me. Luckily, we were already at the drop-off point, and I was like, no, thank you.
And this service is already offered in 40 different countries. Uber told me late this afternoon it will soon come to LA, San Francisco, and Detroit, but could not tell me when it's coming to Portland. Back to you guys.
All right, let me say something about that. Yeah, go ahead, say it.
Now you can say something.
Look, you know something? Actually, tell you some wild shit. I know a girl told me she agreed with this actually because well, I think she's kind of nutty, but she was saying when you get these Uber rides and stuff, you men try to holler at you sometimes. They try to ask you for your number. She said, guy, told her you look good, you pretty. And she just don't want that. She just said, want you guy to just give her a ride and go down the street. She was like, so I mean, then one of her friends like, hey, how you doing? Can I get the number? Blah blah blah. You're supposed to be being professional, and you shouldn't be. I don't particularly agree with it as far as like them this women sharing ride app thing and this preference, but I see where they're coming from on it. But it's just kind of weird that they would go to these lengths to do that. But hey, that's the way they're going with it. So it is what it is. I don't take no damn Uber hard in no way. So I mean, but yeah, I understand people that do take it. So
I think that's just the stupid
latest gimmick, I guess.
I think for comfortable for what though? Like, I mean, and then again, but I mean, that is true. Dudes do be doing that, but at the same time, it's just like I don't know. They don't want us to judge them for generally and shit. But then it's like there's some generalization type, and it's more, so, I don't know, man. Something more for women, man, to just be like, oh, it's more brainwashing, more conditioning.
I found myself where I knew
the division tool.
Check.
The men and women division tool is in effect. You know what I'm saying? Keep it. It's steadily going. You know what I'm saying? The machine. You see what I'm saying?
Shaq, you take Uber sometime. What do you think about this, man? What do you think about this? It's kind of interesting, isn't it?
Yeah. All right. What'd you say? I look at it from both angles. You got to look at it from both angles. You got obviously got the gender war people that's pushing. You know what I'm saying. But on the other end, this is the fallout. This is the backlash that I told that was going to happen. You bring it in the country, and you allow a lot of these people to get in these positions. These foreign dudes that come from countries and nations and shit that they don't respect women. They women are nothing in these nations, bro. And y'all bring these people here and y'all put them in positions of public service positions, and you're seeing the mentality of these individuals play out in real time. You feel me? Them people they bring in, they like make from these Muslim nations and shit like that. Them women in their country can't talk or speak openly to no men, bro. And they bring these people here, and they don't. It's almost like the military, right? When somebody in the military and they get out, they gotta be what's the word is? What's the word they use? Debrief, but it's another word they use. It's almost like even when people get out of prison, they send them into a halfway house. You got to be, what's the word they use?
Deprogrammed.
It's deprogrammed, but it's another word. It's deprogrammed. I forgot what they name. When the military people got to get out, it's like 188 days or something that they can't, certain positions of jobs they can't take because they got to go through this. It is deprogramming, but it's another name for it. So that's the same for these people that I'm saying to put to these situations. These people coming from these heavily Muslim ran nations and stuff, and then you bring them into the United States of America and put them into the public corporate space, right? So they want to bring their religion, apply their religion to our society. You feel me?
Right.
Their cultural beliefs into our society. That don't work. They don't respect women, man. You know how many of these Hispanic and, like you said, Indian and African men, how they be out here trying to just impose themselves on women, bro. I done have homegirl tell me where she stayed. She stayed like out in the country part of Texas, right? And she said she claimed while her boyfriend was in the house, they hired an older Hispanic guy to do landscaping on the yard and stuff. How about she said he come up on the porch, right? She out there, he come up on the porch trying to kiss her, stick his tongue in her mouth and shit, trying to pour his drinks and stuff out on her. Yeah. So you got these type of individuals that's working in these spaces, in these public spaces where, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And they just flooded the ride sharing business.
That's true.
They all over the ride sharing business, bro. Like you can't even hardly get in there and get do shit because they all flooded in there.
That's
and they got a whole system set up. Frank, they got a whole system set up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, they hire their friends and they be holding down a whole bunch of areas and stuff like that. They go buy, you know what I'm saying? Multiple cars. They have multiple cars on so they got a whole little system they got set up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So for them, Uber, I think they responded. I don't know how it's going to play out because I don't know how it's going to play out because, like you said, so how do you watch this? So how do you? Because there's going to be problems with female drivers now. Female drivers that's having that's picking up these males, these other males, right?
Mm-hmm.
So how they gonna rectify that when the female Uber drivers pick up these males that has that same, So
good point.
I guess it's I don't know. We have to see how this play out, man. You know what I'm saying? I guess it's them addressing ongoing situation incidents. You feel me? So we just have to see how this play out because, like you said, it is a lot of women that catch Uber. I don't think it's a lot of them that drive because, like you said, there's some of them is, but not a lot because, like I just told you, this immigrant population coming here, are you gonna get on? Okay. All right. This immigrant population has flooded their market, right? They have flooded their market, even for women. They have flooded the market. When I anytime I get an Uber Eats, Uber driver, nine times out of 10, it's gonna be a foreign motherfucker. That's a fact. And one thing they need to address too, and I need to call Uber, and I'm gonna tell them about this too, Frank, bro. Y'all in the United States of America, if y'all don't require these drivers to speak English, bro, or learn English, have some type of English translation app, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because now I feel like I'm being discriminated against.
Man.
I need to file a complaint and send some you know what I'm saying? Some paperwork or some letters and shit to the CFO, CEO of Uber because I feel like I'm being discriminated against because I'm heavily English speaker, but these motherfuckers is hiring these drivers that don't speak English in a dominant speaking country. What we doing? It should be required that they learn the major words and stuff and how to respond back to the major words when you in in this type of, because you're in this is public service work they're doing. You feel me? Customer service. And we know these people don't come, they come from countries where customer service ain't shit in their country. It ain't shit. Right?
That's true.
We used to be stood on we used to stand on quality, customer service. That's gone out the window now. Why? This is the exact reason why, because they let so many foreign motherfuckers come here and get in these positions and shit. So the customer service, American customer service and hospitality is gone.
It's
gone.
That makes sense.
That's a problem. It's gone, bro. Yeah, I was just on the phone with Dawson too. She said she was gonna jump on. She just sent her the link, I think. So to wrap it up, man, it's them being, I guess, progressive in addressing the issue, ongoing issue, but I don't know how this is gonna actually, the end game is gonna play out, because I mean, it does now. It is forming a certain kind of bias now that women are not gonna they're gonna lose money. But I don't know how this is gonna play out, Frank, because they're gonna lose money. Because if you got a whole bunch of male drivers and you got women that's riders and they're not selecting the male drivers, they just gonna not be taking the trip, right? How they work out? How they gonna balance that out? Because it is an ongoing problem with some of these people. I don't know, what's the percentage of these men that's carrying out these bad acts. I don't know. So we'll see. We just got to keep an eye on it. We'll see. I know these corporations want to be consider themselves, what they call it, Frank, progressive.
Right.
But they say progressive, huh? So I don't know, man. They responded to I guess, complaints and situations. We're gonna see how this work out, though. You know what I mean?
That's a good point. How you said that with the a lot of these dudes do be foreigners. A lot of these dudes, it be these motherfuckers trying to get at these bras, like you were saying, man. These dudes be from
hell yeah,
countries,
and aggressively, like they're trying to take the motherfucking foot. You know what I'm talking about?
I mean, Romania, everywhere you could think of, man. Africa, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All types of, you know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, all these different places. But see that, and America too, those could be jobs that American people could be having if all these people wasn't over.
Exactly.
But see, that's why.
And guess what? If you incentivize us, like the meaning pay us a higher wage, but they ain't gonna do that because these corporations, like you said, it's all about low to cheap labor.
Right.
So customer service, good quality is out the window, right? It's all about the bottom line right now. What that bottom line look like? If it ain't affecting the bottom line, we ain't gonna address it. And we're going into a bad state right now. A bad state of mind right now. State of the Union.
Let me put this up.
Yep.
This is going on right here in Virginia right now.
Oppressive heat and humidity, making for a midsummer nightmare for millions of Americans.
It is going to be sweltering out there with the high temperatures and the high humidity.
That 1-2 punch producing triple-digit temps from Kansas to Mississippi, with some places with heat up to 112 degrees.
It is enormously hot. When I looked on the car, it said 101 degrees.
More than 60 million people are under heat alerts, and Climate Central finds that now nearly half of the U.S. extreme heat due to climate change.
Wear hats, wear sunblock, make sure that you wear light clothing as opposed to darker clothing, and also look for shade.
And heat isn't the only threat.
Yeah, this is bad.
Torrential rain and fast-moving floodwaters killed a 62-year-old woman in Overland Park, Kansas, police say.
I don't know how fast the current was going, but it was fast. Like, that would be hard for a grown man, let alone a small, older woman, to handle.
Prompting daring boat rescues like this one in Kansas City, where crews managed to reach this woman just in time, as some worked to stay dry and others to keep cool amid this July fry.
Also, the water helps, so the kids can play, have fun.
And of course, if you are not an early riser like these folks and you are going to be out in that extreme heat today, you want to watch out for heat stroke when that skin starts to feel red and dry. You're not sweating anymore. And of course, there are some things you can do to avoid that: staying hydrated, taking breaks, making sure you're not out during the peak hottest hours of the day. I might take a tip from these folks and hop in the pool later on.
A July fry indeed, Priscilla. You might need to hop in there. Thanks so much.
It's so impressive, I have to say. People out there swimming before 7 o'clock in the morning.
You're making me tired just looking.
Yeah, it's going to be a hot one.
It is, unfortunately. Good morning, guys, and good morning to you. Try to stay cool. 62 million of us from Pierre, South Dakota, all the way down to New Orleans, Tallahassee, and Savannah. Heat advisory, heat warnings. The jet stream way up to the north in the midsection of the country. So that's why we have that heat dome centered right there. Heat index is going to feel like 97 in Myrtle Beach, 103 in Birmingham, 104 Corpus Christi. Omaha, you're going to feel like 103 degrees today. And then tomorrow it continues. Chicago, 107 is your heat index, 98 in Jacksonville, Lake Charles, 104. The other problem you can see, these temperatures are going to warm up as we make our way to the east. 90s in New York, D.C., flirting with 100, 90s down in Raleigh and Nashville. And overnight lows, unfortunately, looks like we could be setting some record high overnight lows. So the temperatures don't drop that much overnight. Maybe setting a record in Cleveland, New York, Atlanta. Temperatures only dropping back into the mid 60s overnight for Paducah, 80 in Kentucky. And we're looking at those sweltering summer nights getting warmer and warmer since 1970. Detroit, you're almost 5.5 degrees warmer overnights than you were before. Dallas up to 5 degrees warmer. And next week, no relief in sight. Look at this, Alaska. Going to see temperatures way warmer than average, getting up into the 70s and 80s. And a good portion of the country next week stays hotter than average, guys. So no relief in sight for a while.
A little bit cool here this morning, but we know the heat's coming for us.
It's coming, baby.
Looks like it's coming for everybody. All right.
Yes, sir. It has been. It was 98 degrees in Richmond, Virginia today. Yeah. So, kind of, I don't really care so much. I get up early and walk and get a good sweat in, but at mid-noon, kind of do be still trying to figure out how these women eat, drinking these frappes and all this stuff during it's hot like this. But whatever the hell going on, shit, fuck it.
What if you could taste the movies?
We turned that idea into an $11.3 million business with Wix.
It's a highway. Oh my God.
Tonight, heavy rains hammering the Midwest and causing flash flooding in Chicago, where cars inch through rushing water. This fire hydrant nearly swallowed inches of rain in a single hour. So, from stunning led to water. The latest bout of brutal weather rolling into the Northeast and wreaking havoc at airports. Ground stops due to thunderstorms in Boston, New York, and Washington, D.C. A stark contrast to the glaring sun that baked some 115 million in heat alerts earlier in the day.
Very hot, very sweaty. Sometimes their mental status is a little bit altered.
Calls for heat-related illness inundating New York's first responders.
You're seeing more calls than ever.
Yes, we're also seeing more calls that have life-threatening emergencies.
While concerts in New Jersey and Maryland were outright canceled, cooling tents and additional medics will play a critical role for bikers at this fundraiser for cancer research in Charlotte.
We have got more ice than we have ever ordered before.
Emily Aketa joins us live from LaGuardia. And Emily, we saw it there in your report, but still pretty bad when it comes to travel.
Yeah, that's right, Tom. The thunderstorms are adding to those travel headaches already today. More than 7,500 flight disruptions across the country. A third of the flights here at LaGuardia have been delayed as major airports across the region are dealing with hours-long ground stops, Tom.
We thank you for watching. And remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC.
All right, so that's that. This happened with Southwest.
Good afternoon. I'm Glenn Walker.
And I'm Lou Parker. We begin with breaking news, a mid-air scare over Burbank Airport for passengers headed out to Las Vegas.
Yeah, they describe a harrowing experience as the pilot made drastic maneuvers to avoid another jet. Now, this was Southwest Flight 1496 headed to Las Vegas. Not long after takeoff, passengers described the pilot needing to make evasive action. The website FlightAware shows the jet dropping hundreds of feet. It eventually landed safely, but not before a very unsettling experience. Here's what one passenger posted on X.
Okay, just a few minutes ago, we ended up having crazy turbulence on this flight. Like, Jimmy, have you ever had an experience for that?
It was, turns out not just, it was the pilot taking an aggressive move because there was another plane coming at us. That's what it was. There's a collision avoidance.
More passengers posted their horrifying experience on X, saying in part, quote, the pilot had to aggressively avoid a midair collision over Burbank Airport. Myself and plenty of people flew out of their seats and bumped heads on the ceiling. One flight attendant needed medical attention. The pilot said his collision warning went off and he needed to avoid a plane coming at us.
Southwest just released this statement to KTLA that reads, quote, the crew of Southwest Flight 1496 responded to 2 onboard traffic alerts Friday afternoon while climbing out of Burbank, California, requiring them to climb and descend to comply with those alerts. The flight continued to Las Vegas, where it did land uneventfully. Southwest is engaged with Federal Aviation Administration to further understand those circumstances. No injuries were immediately reported by customers, but 2 flight attendants are being treated for injuries. We appreciate the professionalism of our flight crew and flight attendants in responding to this event. Nothing is more important to Southwest than the safety of our customers and employees, unquote. We also spoke to an aviation expert on how an incident like this could happen.
The reason is 1 or 2 of the pilots of the traffic don't see each other. They're pointed out by the air traffic controller. They get too close to each other. Pilots could make a mistake, and it happens every day where air traffic controller tells them to turn to such and such or go to such and such place, and they don't do it in a timely manner. So it could be many reasons.
Why did Amazon send me $20,000? Because I use Amazon AI.
So that's about Southwest. So they had a little problem on the plane. Yeah.
Southwest.
Hey,
Southwest.
what's up? Frank, what do you think? That is kind of crazy, right?
Tonight, a warning going out to nursing homes and rehab centers to check.
Right. Yeah, I sent her a link. Where's you at? All right.
Now you just played something about Southwest Airlines, right?
Yeah.
What you think about Southwest Airlines?
I ain't never used them for one thing. But I do know that. But
I used to work for Southwest. Well,
I do know they got some. They got the, not round trip policy. I mean, you can get a ticket and then come back when you want. I do know that they used to have it. the no bag fee, but they stopped doing that, I think.
Yeah, I used to work. Well, I did some contract work with I guess you could say, brother or sister company, Frontier.
Yeah, I know my
Frontier used
friend.
to be charter plane. Yeah, Frontier used to do charter flights out of Southwest, through Southwest and shit like that. But yeah, man, these these airlines and stuff, boy, man, you got to be careful with them because, like you said, a lot of this shit is bottom line too. You know.
Mm. Yeah, so you.
I used to, some flag man. I used to have to walk the motherfuckers in, man. What they call them? What they call them? Wing walkers or some shit?
Yeah.
And then what they call them?
Yeah, call them something like that.
Yeah, I used to, we the ones used to, park the planes, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? When they land and shit, they come on the rest, so we used to have to direct them to where to park and, park them motherfuckers and put those wheel stoppers and shit, you know what I'm saying, behind the wheels and stuff, make sure, you know what I'm saying, that everything's secured, direct them how to park, turn, you know what I'm saying? Then they call wing walker, flag walker, some shit they call. Yeah, we did that at the airport. I did that. Yeah.
Man, how'd you like doing that shit?
You know what? It was fresh out of high school. It was cool. I actually was trying to get on with the actual airlines. See, like I said, I was just doing it like a contract work through, like you said, through Frontier. So I actually I actually try to get on with the actual like the airlines. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't really get a chance to get on actually with them. But it was cool, man. You know what I'm saying? They had some cool benefits, like you said. Once your 90 days and shit up, bro, you can pretty much they give you like little blackout days where you can fly shit. You can fly free or cheap, depends on, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, look. Hey, what's up?
What's the word, my good brothers?
Shoot, it's hot, but it's okay.
Peanut butter is the word.
I know, right? Yep, hot here too. Well, we have storms, so I got to see what's brewing in this Gulf.
Now we ain't had no storms out here. It's just been 98 degrees, feel like 105 or something like that. That's
Yeah, it's 100. Yeah, it's 100 here. I feel like 115, 120. Mm-hmm.
But they did have it. Yeah, we got out all that flooding and all that, but but now it's hot. Motherfuckers, motherfuckers, they raided a vape shop today and shit.
What happened?
There was out in Colonial Heights. They raided a vape shop. Got had narcotics and gambling machines. That motherfucker.
Yeah, they've been raiding a lot of these places with these sex trafficking stuff going on too. I've been noticing that. Again, these foreigners among us, man.
But they got some other shit going on too, like shit, motherfucker getting the motherfucker breaking in cars and gym and shit, all types of wild shit.
Mm-hmm.
Then they got motherfucker posing as a nurse around this.
I saw that. I saw that.
Shit, I like, come on,
man.
You know, I was watching Dewan B show, and he was talking about how Bill Clinton signed the law about how like on like documentations, like on applications and documentations or whatever, how they would have to be put in certain other languages and shit. But he's the one that implemented that.
Oh, to implement the different language. I'm not surprised, but see, he the same one did that NAFTA deal. Frank, he the one signed the legislation. You wonder why when you call AT&T, Verizon, you call about your computer printer. So even some of these banks, you get foreigners overseas. That's all under Bill Clinton. But you know he got a name called. My daddy just called him. They called him Slick Willie, Slick something. Yeah, man. People play the sleight of hands, man, and sold us out.
But he definitely was, you know, motherfuckers went crazy for him because he was playing the saxophone on.
Oh man, Frank, that's sickening, sickening, man.
Joy and shit. You know what I'm saying? When because that motherfucker was playing that shit, man. That shit is corny, man.
Yeah, he went on sitting in your house. Oh yeah. I mean, how could all people be so dumb and shallow like that? Man.
Hey, and allegedly he got an illegitimate. You know what I'm saying?
With a sister, sure do. He like the sisters now.
Just like Strong Thurman. Strong Thurman, he was segregating all that and Democrat and all that shit and segregating all this bullshit. But he had a little mixed baby too. You know what I'm saying?
See what I'm saying? Oh, they don't get away from that slave play now. They don't get away from that slave play, man. They come down through the bloodline now, y'all. Come on now. That comes down through the bloodline.
They say peanut butter tastes better than Milk Whip.
There you go. What they say, once you go black, you don't go back. I got you.
Man. I'm telling you.
It's just wild. I mean, but like
So BJ they finna switch. See, I was just telling Shaq. I know he was speaking on it earlier. That's because Uber and Lyft getting hit with too many lawsuits. And then that other video that went viral with the sister had to jump out the Uber car. And then other people start getting in her. Yeah, everybody started getting in her comments. They said it happened to her. You had 3 or 4 victims. She wasn't the only one. Other people was about this foreigner guy that drove from Uber. He did that to them too. But Jim Crow Joe let all of them in here. And y'all remember what Uber and Lyft was doing, right? They wasn't hiring American workers and they was hiring the foreigners to pay cheap. They don't even speak English. They eating out your food, your bag of food and all that, eating out your food, drinking out your drink, and now I'm trying to rape you. I mean, come on.
Yeah, they was eating people's food and stuff.
The hottest hours for Uber is 7 o'clock in the morning. Saturday, Sunday. Well, Friday, Saturday, especially. I know a girl used to leave Richmond to go up to DC on the weekend and stay up in DC every weekend just to Uber.
Yeah, I know my cousin them did it, but again, they knocked them jobs from us, the Americans, and gave it to them when he flooded them people over here in the border. And they said they were doing it because they could pay them cheaper. Just like I heard JD Vance said Microsoft, they did it again. They laid off all American workers and hired H-1B1 visas workers from overseas, India and all these other countries, Pakistan.
Well, yeah, that's true, but they've already yes, but they've already approved, I think, 127,000 HB visas for the year 2026. This was already approved. So yeah, so they've already the numbers already been approved on that. So yeah.
Was that the controversy when it broke out with Elon Trump, Vivek? Guess he got his wake up call, Vivek, when they were saying they were good, the H-1B1 visas. It was a good thing.
No, that thing with Vivek was just a bunch of bullshit because they approved this way after Vivek, after he was gone. This been approved. It's approved like 2 months.
Oh, okay. That was after he left. Okay, from the Trump thing.
Stuff already. They were no controversy. There's a bunch of sideshow because they're gonna always approve those type of people because cheap worker and they
you gotta pay benefits. Yeah.
contract.
And they're gonna dominate the tech before the AI. You know, you bring them in, like, you know, usher them.
Well, no, that even under Jim Crow Joe Biden, my brother worked near the airport in Fort Worth, and he say Dallas they fly in. He say, man, they were on the Joe Biden them, man, they was flying in like in droves, Indian Pakistan, and they was the one that was creating the AI.
They were.
Showing them how to create it. You know,
Correct.
The robots, or you know, showing the AI.
Correct.
Doing the coding, doing the.
Correct.
These people, man, ain't
So much for American jobs. So Trump wouldn't want to hire American jobs, but you letting these people still come in.
On every sector, you know. No, see, that's the tech sector. Then you know,
healthcare.
You know, there's a lot of people that got fired in the federal. So it's like
that's true. How's that fair? I agree.
What's going? I mean, I see the writing on the wall.
I got it right here.
You know what I'm saying?
I got it right here.
You know.
They congressionally mandated. They have to have 65,000 of them anyway. So that's congressional mandate. 65,000 for the year.
And who passed that bill and wrote that legislation? Because if not, that needs to be amended. Why you can't do like countries over in Saudi Arabia and Dubai, where they have those people? They go through a third party company with their visas, and they have to renew. They only get 1 year, and they have to get theirs renewed, but they don't give them no benefits, nowhere to stay. They don't do none of that. And if they mess up, they can go, why our process can't be like that? Go pay the 60 Minutes special. It happened like in the 2000s, where they had the American workers training the foreigners, and then next thing you know, they fired all American workers and the foreigners took their job. That was on 60 Minutes.
You know what? And that's good you said 60 Minutes, because you know what? I don't find out 2 times since I don't play 60 Minutes on this show that they always copyright my shit.
Yeah, they gonna do that, because I did a video with Dino and they copyrighted it. Yep. You may have to just pay the audio, huh?
But see,
that's crazy.
But see now, but then you got the race baiting hustlers and the propagandas and shit. They look like you, sound like us and shit. That'll say that black folks don't want to work. Why they always put it on black folks that don't want to work?
I have no clue. I know I've been working I've been working like a slave since I was 14.
Right. Who the hell y'all think been the majority worker? It still is the majority motherfucking workers in this motherfucker.
Come on now, in the corporate world, the healthcare world, and all kind of sectors, the tech world, man, these people, we the one been carrying America, because it ain't enough of the white collar copy paper people to go around.
Yeah, okay. We was doing the job they doing. We was doing the job they was doing before them. So
Thank you.
And then these dudes that be saying that shit, they be on that bullshit, man.
They be on the bullshit, bro.
Yeah, I think I'm like Chak. They getting paid to do that and say that shit.
Getting paid,
we get attacked for everything.
That's race bait.
Well, them days is coming to an end, blaming us for everything.
Have y'all seen the clip everybody playing out with Trump said something about well-educated black person or some black person has more privileges than some shit like that? Y'all seen that clip yet? Everybody been playing? Yeah, everybody. Well, I don't see everybody. A lot of people responding on that clip. Wow, this must have been something that happened like 30 years ago, because he was Trump at that time. He had dark hair.
Saying some shit like that. That's some bull. I heard somebody else say.
I need to know what context.
I don't know. I gotta, because they do stuff with AI, with this AI, so I don't know if that's true or not.
But I got to know what the context of the conversation was. I can't just go off.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It do sound crazy, but I want to know what was the context of the conversation.
You need to watch the whole video. Yeah, I watched the whole video. Yeah.
Now hold on. Now check this out. Not only on top of that mandated thing, they got a 20,000 HB1 visa advanced degree exemption, known as the master's cap for fiscal year 6. Yep. So that could be about 85,000, but that was more than that they had. I think it was like 100 something. But I know they got Microsoft got some. Walmart got some. Yeah, Walmart. Yeah, always got
Well, I blame our government and system to sit up there and allow it for American workers to get laid off like that, and you pay cheap labor.
Yeah,
But
this is a lottery thing too. Now,
it is.
They have like a lottery system. One, and then 6,800 visas set aside for Chile and Singapore citizens. Additional round 20 visas, master's cap. Man, now check this out. You gonna let this down. For bachelor's degree not from Chile or Singapore, you will be competing for 58,000 slots. Okay, this is because 68 of the 65 HB1 visas in the regular cap round are exclusive to Chile and Singapore, roughly 11,000 fewer. Additionally, 20,000 visas are exclusive to master's degrees or higher. From there, the chances calculated by dividing eligible HB1 visa registration by available visas for bachelor graduates, 58,000. So these people are coming in, they get these HB1 visas. They actually we going to college. You get what I'm saying, right? So these ain't like gonna be like some farm workers or something. These gonna be people with college degrees doing this stuff.
Well, y'all figured they was gonna stop that when he let all them illegals come in, them 21, and you just letting anybody in, and you ain't got qualified people to come in. Yeah, you can't do that. Because they don't have the skills.
But the guy, it's the guy that
or the knowledge.
I forget the guy's name. I forgot it. It's the Indian guy with the weird name. He is the one that's in charge of the HB1 visa program because he is advocating for the guy. I forget this guy's name. He brought him in like as soon as they got him off. I forget his name. Kawani. It's a funny name. It's an Indian guy.
Really?
Yeah, Indian guy. He's big time on this AI stuff and Indian stuff coming in the country.
Oh, you talking about, is that ain't the guy that owned the basketball team, the one that said stuff about the Uyghurs? That ain't him, is it?
No, this guy ain't got nothing. I forget this guy's name. I had to put his name up. I know who he is. Was Kashania?
Oh, okay. So he worked for the government, or?
Yeah, he's like an advocate. I forget that. I just
okay.
Yeah, I guy too. I just can't think of that guy's name. He's got a weird name, but I know who he is. But I'm gonna put his name up in a minute. I'm gonna pull up this thing about woman arrested for allegedly posing a nurse in multiple states. This is kind of.
I saw that. Oh, they've been doing that for years, BJ. I know Texas is good about catching them because Texas is one of the strict states for nurses because you have pages and pages of nurses losing their license, getting revoked, suspended. Texas is one of the strictest states, like Florida.
I think they need to cane their ass in the public.
First, we offer overnight boarding. Your pet will stay overnight in your sitter's home and not.
Yeah, because it ain't no penalty for these foreigners to commit crimes, and that's everything's supposed to be none void after you commit a crime, bro.
That's on the first plane ticket smoking.
Yeah, you commit a crime, bro. That's the number one reason you get up out of here.
Again,
all bets off, baby.
They do that. They do that in other countries like Dubai. They do it in Saudi Arabia. They do anything wrong, they are gone. They are gone forever.
Seem like they protect the criminals, bro. Like they commit a crime, bro. All that process, if they have censorship, all that shit get revoked. Should be supposed to get revoked, bro. But they're supposed to be coming over, and it even says it in 1790. What's it called? 1790, not the citizenship, but the what's it called? Also 1790 Naturalization Act.
Well, but Chak, that's the thing. When I worked in the hospital, I heard these Africans say they'll come over here, scheme, scam, Medicare, Medicaid, all this with this healthcare stuff, home health agencies, or DMV, dual medical equipment, and then when they get caught, they leave the country, come back here a year, 2 years later with a whole new social security and whole new identity.
Yeah, because they don't have records on these people. They can change their alias.
That's
They can change
correct.
their name. They don't have
That's
records on
correct.
like we're tied to a social security, like you said, a birth certificate, social security, and all our information is tied to that. Our previous addresses. Why do you think they ask us? They specifically ask us them questions all the damn time. Your previous.
Okay.
Now, hold on. I never understood on the application for a job. Why you need to know my previous addresses, like 7 to 10 years back? See, that's them. That was them
That's a
building the
good
databases
question.
and right there and
That
creating
data.
these building data on us. Those are collecting data on us and coming up with these discriminatory.
Good point.
Yeah, because why are you asking me what I 7 years ago address I was at 7 years
Right, right,
previous residency on the application just for a job, bro?
Right.
What we doing?
His name is Sareem Krishman. That's his name. He's an AI advisor. He's the White House's policy about AI. He's
Okay, so I got you. I see what you're saying. Yeah, he with the White House.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
Silicon Valley guy. Yeah, that's the guy.
Once again, why
And there they
is the
go.
Pentagon and White House? Why is they hiring a lot of? Why is foreigners got the number one those contracts?
He's a venture capitalist.
Well, there you go. He just told you right there. The money. He a venture capitalist. There you go.
Christian. That's his name. I got to go back and find. I tell you the funny name. I tell you it would start with a K. This is the person they say used 20 alliances, 7 social security numbers to illegally treat patients. That's what they say.
Of names, but police say Shannon Womack is the real name behind the multi-state nursing fraud scheme. Womack is accused of using 20 aliases and 7 social security numbers to get jobs at nursing homes and rehab facilities, despite her lack of qualifications. Investigators say she stole the identities of real nurses, even setting up a fake staffing agency to hire herself.
So she was picking up the phone and transferring those employment jobs and careers to herself.
In Pennsylvania alone, she was fired from 9 facilities, often after being accused of stealing medication like oxycodone.
She was perpetrating not only a fraud, but not providing the care that was needed.
During a traffic stop, police say she provided 3 fake names. Only after fingerprinting did they uncover her true identity. They say her vehicle was packed with patient logs, drug paraphernalia, and equipment from multiple facilities. At the time, she was wanted in 4 states on charges related to fraud and impersonating a nurse. Officials say she may have started the scheme during the pandemic to take advantage of hospitals in desperate need of nurses.
During that COVID time, they got hit hard and they needed help. So it wasn't uncommon for these different residence locations, agencies to reach out to host agencies and say, we need some extra shifts filled.
The nursing shortage hasn't let up. Nearly 140,000 have left the workforce since 2022. And 40% of those working today say they intend to leave the job in the next 5 years.
You can only last 10 years. It is tough. I'm telling you. I lived it, dealt with it. I thought I could last. It wears on you.
Right? We deserve better.
Aaron Schaefer lost 100.
Now, since they talk about nurses, now they talk about these cosmetic chains growing. Because me and I thought the whole girl, they be talking this shit, and they talk, they DJ or whatever. And they talk about these cosmetic surgery and stuff. And I was I had a lady come up to me the other day, and she said, "Damn," she told myself, "Your baby brother DJ my party a month ago." I said, "Damn." I said, she like, I didn't know it's your brother, but y'all look alike. And I was talking to my homeboy, and he still saying, well, at least most of these people in 58, 60, they ain't too much cosmetic surgery. My homeboy was like, bro, you ain't lying, man, because he give her 30 and 20. He said, well, you're one of his daughter friends talking about getting cosmetic surgery. She ain't number 23.
Well,
yeah, man. You know, they want their tummy tuck dolls, and they want it all now. Tummy tuck, beach
Just
body.
won't exercise and won't pull away from that table, huh?
No, they want the mommy makeover. You got mother with 21, 22, you get a mommy makeover.
Exactly. Now, what kind of sense that makes, Shaq?
Hey, look, man.
I'm 21, 23, baby. I'm still at the gym. Shoot, when I was pregnant with my son, I was still going to the gym. I mean, I couldn't do much, but I get on that bike, that sedentary bike.
I'm calling discrimination. They discriminate. Can I get some 18-year-old balls in? Can I go get some 18-year-old balls in?
Right.
Right. I'm all for it. Can I get some?
Right.
Can I go in and get them?
They did have men that was getting cosmetic surgery on their butts and their legs and calves. When their calves were, oh yeah, look that up.
Yeah, that's what they would call your boy Drake. That's what they call that nigga BBL Drizzy. That's what they said the nigga had got the BBL on his stomach or some shit.
And the stomach, yeah, they was doing the ab thing with the stomach. That was another big thing for the men with the abs. Yep.
Yes, that's what I said. Vanity over sanity.
You say it all the time.
Is it all time high, man? We all got vanity. That's a given. But the level that these people go are willing to go.
To where you finna die? Oh, you didn't die on the table? You a wife? You a mother? Man, come on. My cousin almost died like that, and I'm like, okay, she got all that work, all that surgery, and still can't keep a man.
Jeez.
Got too many miles on her. She got too many miles on her.
Wait a minute.
Hold on, dog.
They're not worried
So you telling me she tried to reset the odometer, bro?
I guess, but you know, men know.
You the dominant nigga?
Hey, got too many miles on that body. That body count too high. You know, men know that body count too high.
They're not worried about keeping a man. They worry about access to multiples most of the time. I'm trying to tell you what to do.
I believe it. I mean,
females compete with other females too.
You got to play the nut. You got to play the nut sucker. She's a nut crack. She's a nutcracker right now.
Oh no, yeah, I know. I'm still waiting for that book to come out. She's supposed to be. Yeah, that book she's gonna write.
Man, she ain't writing.
I mean, that's what I said, Shaq.
Yeah, it goes crazy.
She ain't gonna write it. She ain't put her name.
I mean, every time we see her, she with a different nigga. I said, damn, you can't sneeze hard. Who was listening?
Damn.
But she got too many miles on.
Hey, you're not even talking about this thing. With this guy named what's that boy name that played with Dallas Mavericks? What's his name? Klay Thompson. That's his name, Klay Thompson. Yeah, this ain't dating Megan Thee Stallion or something now. Some shit.
Megan Thee Stallion.
Oh my gosh, that's a man. Okay.
But look, the crazy thing about it, I just thought about Megan Thee Stallion was messing with the boy that played with Boston named what's the boy name? Troy Craig, that's his name, right? And now because Klay Thompson, I think was in the one of them gallons and shit. I'm like, Klay Thompson? I'm like, what?
A square? That dude is a square.
Hey, look, man. I mean, he could.
Well, you know that's how people like made the person. Hey, I'm just calling people person, okay?
But I mean, hey, look, man. I'm gonna tell you something, yo. You know what? I got this thing one day. I told the guy that I ain't tell you like y'all have been living it up, man. Y'all have been living it up, man. Look, look. I would just say this, man. They living it up good because check this out. Cosmetics, surgery trains are growing. Yes.
I'm not surprised.
To remove excess skin. The National Cosmetic Surgery Chain, Sonobello.
I remember as I got off of the operating.
Oh, they pump up Sonobello so much. Wow.
Huge piece of skin. The first thing I thought was, how is this skin alive?
That surgery eventually landed her in the emergency room with a life-threatening infection.
I realized, wow, this could be it. Very scary. In that moment, you realize realized you could die. Yes.
Remove stubborn fat permanently. Schaefer says ads like this are what led her to Sonobello, which advertises fast results and uses lidocaine for pain, keeping patients awake for surgery. The company says that's because it's safer than general anesthesia. The local anesthetic is a common option for some cosmetic surgery. Schaefer says her first procedure, liposuction, went okay. She even messaged Dr. Manuel Herrera that she was doing great. But when she returned for the second surgery and he started to cut into her skin,
the pain that I felt was just unbearable. And I said, hey, I'm really feeling this. And he says, you're doing such a wonderful job. Just hang tight. I started crying and I said, please stop. I said, I can't do this anymore. Did he stop? He did not. He said, just take some breaths. Let's turn on some music.
Schaefer says it wasn't until after she was sick with a severe infection that she learned Dr. Herrera is not a board-certified plastic surgeon. He's a board-certified OBGYN surgeon.
There you go.
A 6 to 8 week unaccredited training program on liposuctions and tummy tucks. Sonobello says the program is rigorous and is transparent with patients about surgeons' qualifications.
I trusted that he was a plastic surgeon. I mean, he was at a plastic surgery center.
Schaefer is now suing Sonobello. The company has denied wrongdoing. Her lawsuit, among more than 200 against cosmetic surgery chains, reviewed by NBC News in partnership with KFF Health News. They include allegations of disfiguring injuries and more than a dozen deaths. Some allege the chains often exaggerate potential results and put profits before safety.
Does Sonobello put profits over patients?
No, it does not. We put our patients first.
Dr. Robert Centeno is a medical director for Sonobello.
Hold on for a second. Stop. Pause
Dr.
it for a
Herrera
second. Pause
directed
it for a
NBC
second.
News' request for comment to the company.
I mean, where did they find these people on Temu or something? Or
come on now, Frank. Come on.
Where did they
Come
find
on.
these people? I mean, honestly, man. I mean, they got this internet shit to where they got so much perks and so much.
That's the problem.
This shit to where you could look up people. You could look up people's ratings, reviews. Like, what's the real information of this shit? You know what I'm saying? You can look up people.
Frank, they just trying to hurry up and get ready for hot girl summer. They don't care.
It's like, really? I mean, it's insecure with themselves. I mean, I get it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us have everybody, whatever. It's normal. I mean, to have insecurities about yourself, that's normal, but it's because everybody has, everybody's not perfect, but at the same time, you gotta, you could just look, you could just Google, hey, Google. What do people say? Hey, Google, Alexa. You know, so all you gotta do is just, Google or Alexa something, man, and just, find out who a board certified.
Hey, look, man. I can say this,
surgeon. It's that simple.
It's like this, man. It's like this, bro. Like,
if you gotta go that route, or hit the gym, my man. Hit the motherfucking 20.
Hit the gym. Hit the gym.
Bad enough, you gonna pay for it, okay? They want to have the surgery. That's on them, bro.
Man, them people pay for that shit. They ain't got life insurance. They got half them people on there down that table ain't got life insurance. They ask for GoFundMe's and shit.
I'm saying, knock yourself out.
That's crazy.
Have all the plastic surgery you want, but I'm saying at the same time, do your research on your shit. You know what I'm saying? Look up. I don't understand why these people you probably got a fucking $15,000. A $1,500 phone. Look that shit up. Hey, fucking.
I agree.
Certified.
I agree with that.
Who are you? Where are they getting these? Temu. Where are these people? Where are they looking at? You know what I'm saying?
Let's say OBGYN doctor. Damn.
Hey, straight up Craigslist. You know what I'm saying?
He look at vaginas all day and deliver, baby. What do you know about plastic surgery? That's part, but you know what, Frank? It makes sense why he doing it, because he probably recruit his patients after he delivered a baby. Oh, you want your mom body back? You don't want that mommy tummy back? You want your body back? Oh shit! I know what he doing. I see his game.
Hey, yo, you know what's so crazy though? You know what's so crazy though? I look at this like this because, all right, let's get it. Let's be real. I mean, a lot of women, have a child. They want to get back, but some women don't never lose the shape anyway, even after they had a child. So it's like, who's who? If you want to get it back, just do it naturally. Why go through all these dumbass procedures to get the shit back?
That's what my mama told us. When you get y'all pregnant, Don't feed into them cravings if you want your body to still look the same after you had that baby.
And look, have another
And my
kid.
mama was right, because my mama had 4 of us. I mean, she always popped back.
Look, have another kid and look the same way again. All over again.
The same that my mom did over and over and over again. Look like they ain't never had no kid.
So it's just like
he's hanging out with this girl that had 6 kids. Dawson. Matter of fact, she lived at El Paso. She still ain't no more than 115. I mean, 130 probably now. But like, I mean, I just don't. I mean, I'm trying to find out. I mean, you don't have to get to be.
They say don't feed into them. My mama said don't feed into them cravings. That's what she used to tell us. And then, just eat regular, eat normal, right? Now, don't get me wrong. The baby do crave because I don't know what it was. Every time I got off for work at the hospital, my son would want Taco Bell. I don't know what that was about, but I didn't give into it. Maybe a few times, but
Taco Hill.
He wanted Taco Bell, and I say, no, you finna eat this, drink this. We finna eat this sandwich, this grape juice, these watermelons, and have a good night, sir.
Hey, but watch your mouth now. That's blasphemous.
That's wild. Yeah, they wild. But let me let this clown keep talking. This is some wild shit.
So we asked Dr. Centeno about the pain Erin Schaefer says she experienced.
While she may have had a situation that was uncomfortable, there are many different approaches we can use to get a patient comfortable when they're not having a good experience. As Dr. Herrera did, starting to use talk anesthesia and coaching through the procedure.
We also asked him about patient complaints made to
Feeling excruciating pain. Can you think of any reason why a surgeon would not stop performing a procedure if asked explicitly by a patient?
Violation of patient bill of rights.
13 over 300,000 patients that have undergone this procedure. It is not, unfathomable that 13 patients would have a negative experience. That's really not the norm.
your head in. A year later, Erin Schaefer says she's still recovering physically and financially.
Unless it's life or death, I don't want to have any procedure because I was so close to death. I was so close.
And with that, Erin joins us now live. Erin, we know these clinics are expanding nationwide. How can patients protect themselves?
Experts say, Tom, if you are considering one of these procedures, make sure you consult with a doctor, not just a sales rep, before making a decision, and ask about your surgeon's qualifications.
All right, Erin, we thank you for that. We thank you for watching. And remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News
my thing is,
live on our YouTube channel.
Where's the Department of Health, and they have something called JCO that monitors hospitals, nursing homes, clinics, surgery centers. Why they wasn't called out to investigate? And that lady, if she told him to stop, he violated her rights. It's called patient bill of rights. You can't violate a patient rights. If she say stop, you gotta stop. If not, guess what? See, she doing it the wrong way. I hope she going after his insurance, because doctors have to have insurance.
Hey, it's Dr. William.
Going to the side. So what did she go get? Tummy tuck?
Well, that was her second procedure. I don't know what the first one was. That was her second one.
Oh shit! I mean, my bad. I didn't know she had the first one. Now let me stop.
Oh yeah, she said. Remember they said she texted. I don't know if it was that same doctor, another doctor, talking about how well it went the first time, and she went back the second time, and that's when she had that experience.
Well, hold on. How long in between the other surgery she come back? Because it sounds like
that could be a good question too. That could be a good, or get addicted. Oh, you talking about where the addiction started, where you like Kim Kardashian, John Rivers, and then when they got addicted to plastic surgery? Oh.
Yeah, when they get addicted to it, where they just, their body, once they do it, even with the tattoo, you know, people that get tattoos and stuff, they always got to go back and get another one.
I don't know what that's about. Wow.
Body dysmorphia. That's a
Well,
part of body dysmorphia. You don't.
I agree.
You know what I'm
That
saying?
is on the DMS and DRG code. That is a disorder.
Yeah.
Very common. Wow. Wow. Well, and why y'all still doing it? And y'all know these people are dying on the table. My cousin almost died going over there to Dominican doing that. And she had her 14, 15-year-old daughter over there. She damn near bled to death and shit.
Maybe
And
maybe going places like this. You think they were going on vacation and shit?
Cause they can't, cause they can't afford it here, so they'll go to Mexico, and then y'all wonder why y'all end up in the body bag. And you doing all that, man. We were going on trips. I don't know who did her plastic surgery, but them men that sure be asking, they be like, that ain't her body. She had some work done. They would ask me and her sister, we'll just look.
Yeah.
Man, no.
Man, I mean, it's crazy. I guess they really, really that insecure about themselves, man. And it's just like, damn.
Well, she just got a high body count. I don't think doing it. To me, that was just a waste of money.
And then the BBL thing is just like, I mean, you hit the gym, hit some squats. It's like, I mean.
Yeah, because see, she had that. First, she had that. What's that, y'all? Because that's how they know on her body when you had them gastric bypass. She had that first. And then a couple of years later, she ended up getting that going to Dominican.
Gotcha.
I don't know. I don't know anything to do that. $30 gym membership.
That's how they want it done now.
But to me, if you doing all that and people, all that stuff needs to be banned on social media.
Yeah, they promote it.
Right now, it was that.
Well, that's what do you look like promoting now? They said commercials and social media, Sonya Bella.
But that's why a lot of them get it too. They jump on social media and show off their little, their little burnt looking bodies. You know what I'm saying?
1 week after Sonya Bella, and
a lot of them are
and I'm like, how do that really last that long? If you still don't diet and exercise, see, they not telling you about that. They're not telling you the part where Sonya Bella say, hey, now remember you got to diet and exercise to keep this off. Or Sonya Bella probably don't tell them, and they'll be like, okay, we'll see them back in 6 months when they put the weight back on. We just take it off, and then it's a repeated cycle where they getting paid over and over again.
And don't they gotta like revamp it like every 5 years or something like that? They gotta go back or something to That's what I heard.
Yeah, I think with them BBL or total. Yeah, because they get uneven. Like them butts, they start to droop. Yeah, one be higher than the other. Or it start to do like my cousins did. It start getting like real dented up where it's all kind of mushed together. Almost like it ain't a butt. It's horrible, yeah. It's horrible.
I like that. Conehead.
It's horrible.
Remember that movie Conehead?
Somebody look like you know how you get you know how you get like some chocolate, and then the chocolate get melted together. The shit not get melted together. They got chocolate melted butter ass.
No, seriously, Chak, for real. That's how it look.
Melted chocolate
it's
ass.
Horrible. It has no. It'll be all dented up and just mud. I don't know.
It look all high, like it's like
it's just
weird.
Why y'all doing all that? And the men still cheating and leaving your ass. Oh, good.
I told you they want access to multiple men because like 5 guys.
But see, BJ, you right, because like I said, she had that gastric bypass before. And I don't know what it is with them women that get that gastric bypass or what's the other one they do? Man, they be hypersexual, man.
Girl, the gastric bypass. The other one's the tummy tuck.
Mm-hmm.
They get on it. They be sexual, really okay.
Yeah, yeah. Man. Go look, my friend, my homeboy here run through a lot of them. No, I'm serious. Just right at the airport, she had it, and them young dudes was running through her. Broke her back out. She on the plane now.
They got the beat down. They be looking for the real beat down. Damn.
She like them young niggas, and young niggas, man. They be her now, so she on a cane.
Right.
No, I'm
funny, man.
I'm not lying.
Niggas stumping in that one movie. They gonna be stumping in that bitch.
She letting them too. She letting them.
Let me tell you something.
They said something about when they get them surgeries, they be hurt. I don't know, it's because they missed out on stage, but they be highly sexually active.
Yeah, because I had some shit happen to me one time. I ain't tell a lie, Shaq. I had a woman that hollered at me in a wheelchair, yo. No bullshit. She gonna holler at me in a wheelchair.
I'd have knocked her ass down too, bro. I'd have put that. My bad.
If she
put them legs behind her head, bro.
But I don't know if she really was in a wheelchair. I'm trying to tell you, she was driving the car, right? Like one day I saw her again.
I don't discriminate, man.
BJ be having some weird comments.
But no, she went to the club that a lot of people go to there here, and I happened to go there one day. But I had seen her one day, and I said, my homeboy, you know that chick that in the wheelchair that was in the club that night? He like, yeah, I know her. She real well known. I said, okay. I said, how the hell I was parked there, and she got in the car. No, she got out the car, went to the back, put the wheelchair there, and set the wheelchair for somebody rolled her in. So she was driving the car, and she got out, and somebody rolled her in there. But that woman got out the car by herself without the help of a wheelchair. I don't know. Maybe she can't stand a long time. I don't know. But the shit was crazy because one day she came to me, hey, how you doing? Or whateher. And she always, she see me sometime, even out. And then I asked the guy about it. Oh, yeah, he was like, she had gotten shooting in the hood one day or something like that. And that's why she kind of like paralyzed, but she getting some emotion back into her. I said, okay. Because I'm like, damn, bro. I was like, all right. I get it now, but yeah, she out in the wheelchair and stuff and shit, be rolling around shit. So I mean, this shit crazy, man. Hey, man, looking. She probably in her 40s, but I mean, it just, I had to tell her, but no, I bypassed on that one. That ain't something I ain't. But I ain't going that damn.
BJ, you sure?
No, man. No, I'm good. But I mean, we can say hi all the time if she ever sees me, she's probably seen me about 5 times or whatever, but I just, no, bro.
Man, help a sister out, man.
Man, chill out, bro. but no, it's all good, though. But no. But I understand, though, what Dawson talking about with these surgeries and stuff, because, I mean, this is what it is. I mean, let's be real. I mean, they probably do. I mean, they might hit the jackpot. One guy might marry him or whatever, but at the same time, all these cosmetic surgery and stuff. I mean, you want to know what to do when the guy find out now, look, check this out. You an injury or something, yeah, you all right. Well, a regular dude on the street probably ain't trying to marry no BBL. I'm just telling you what it is, I mean, this is like one time. Hey, look, good times. That's all good times.
Yeah, just a good time, yeah.
A good time, man. And matter of fact, it might not be a good time because depending on who you're talking to, because I'm gonna be telling you honest, like, I knew when I had to tell one of them a couple years ago, I said, black woman getting lip injections, why you doing some dumb shit like that? Why you call it dumb?
Yeah, I remember that.
I just said I just remember white girls doing this stuff. I don't remember sisters doing this too much. It's getting kind of weird to me.
They just start back from running them down, thin like and feather like eyelashes again. I said, this shit here is just horrible.
Snuffle up against
the eyelash industry is booming. The tattoo industry is booming. What else is booming right now? What's the name? The vaping thing. You see a lot of women vaping now. You know, they smoking them vapes and shit. I'm like, I mean, these things are like.
Yeah, I don't know what that's about. So many people with these vaping things now. I'm like, what the hell?
They vape riding their lungs, man.
They are.
But
and then old women too. I'm like, one of my friends' grandma. I said, why are you vaping?
It's cool, man. You know, cigarettes.
You in your 70s.
You remember that pack of cigarettes? Man, it's cool back in the day.
Damn.
It's cool, man. It's cool. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man.
Right, it's cool. You know, they had the cool cigarettes. It's cool. You know, it looks cool, so they do it. Right. I told you the older women now are trying to. I'm not gonna say still get a groove back. They're trying to get a blast from the past, right? You know, my boy, he was talking about,
Your time has come and went. God damn.
I told my homeboy, man, he was telling me, he was out. He was out one day, and he, was out. He told this chick. She said, "What, man? I'm 50 years old." He like, oh, I ain't number 35 and shit. He was like, "No, that's fine." She was like, "That's cool." She was like, "I'm looking to go back. I don't want these men, but these older men my age, they ain't trying to marry me. I have a better chance of you marrying me than them." I'm like, I don't know about that neither, but okay, whatever. His number and stuff. He said, "Man, BJ, man, he like, I've been knocking that junk out of the box 2 months, man." He like, hey, look, so 50-year-olds are coming back to the 35, and then everybody trying to
get Cougar's back out again, huh?
Everybody trying to get back on their young thing. I want their young thing back, not that old thing back. I want the young thing back, type of thing.
They getting up, but the brothers got something going. They getting the sister girls who ain't never been married, been in no relationship. Now they in their late 30s and 40s and want to get married, and these niggas playing their ass. They call hospice husbands now.
Yeah,
niggas married. They married them when them niggas sickly running up their insurance, and they got to pull out their 401k to take care of shit. Next thing you know, that nigga dead.
Shit, they are doing some wild shit, but whenever I go back, I mean, like I said, look,
well, that's what happened when you want to put your career before you gonna get played by these dudes.
Look, I'm trying to tell you, I had a junk.
I'm married, girl.
I had a Frank. I ain't telling a lie. I had a junk tell me she kept busting.
Hospice husbands.
She told me straight up, She like, no. She like, I don't let no man pay for me on no date. She like, She like, no, I'm gonna pay for him. I said, why you doing that? She was like, that way he can't say that he did shit for me. I said, okay. She like, if I fuck him, that's on my time. But she was like, I'm gonna make sure I fuck him because I want to. I ain't
okay, but a man's supposed to. Okay.
Now they doing it different.
See what I'm saying?
We a whole new time that does. Like, look, I mean, they going.
I don't.
They were like, she said that when the man married me, that's when he can start paying. But until then, we got to go Dutch. I got to pay either way because she was like, he ain't gonna goddamn say he did a damn thing for me.
Well, then why you dating?
You gotta act. Hey, look, dog. Hey, look. You know what, dog? He's a nurse. You know what? Somebody might need to be a psychiatrist and go in these rooms with these chicks and ask these chicks these same questions. Like I told her, I ain't gonna ask all these damn questions to them too much. Because when you talk to them after 10 minutes, you be like, what the hell am I getting to? I just had one text with Tommy.
I mean, I know these men. My homies I talk to, they discuss about these women.
One of them just got repoed the other day, got a car repoed. I said, wait a minute. I said, hold the fuck up. Why you live? Well, BJ, I ain't want to let nobody know because I don't like to tell me and my financial issues because that's when they try to do something for you. So she like, I just let the car get repo. Like, well, that's on you then. I ain't, whatever. I said, how you get repo? Oh, I got a title loan and blah blah blah, something like that. Blah, title loan. I said, well, why you get
them ain't cool to put your vehicles up on them title loans or secure loan. They take your vehicle if you default. That ain't cool.
But she said, this is the thing she got me. She said they towed the car, right?
Mm-hmm.
But she said it was $3,000, but the people told her that they wanted the $3,000 in cash. I'm like, you sure this is a legitimate business? I mean, I'm just asking the question. Why they?
Oh no, that's interesting.
There's shit going on there, but I just said, look, you gotta figure out how to do it because if you don't get, if you don't get the title loan company back, you do know that they end up taking the car and selling the shit to sell. You better get that shit back, or you better find something to do. But she said they won't tell her where the car at. I said, you sure that's a title loan company because they should tell you where your car's at.
She probably got BJ.
So,
that don't sound right.
You better get together, but and everything. I said, dang.
Well, they say with the sister girls getting laid off with the DI, they hollering now. They wish they had a man now to help them out.
Yeah. Well, here's the worst part about that whole situation. I ain't hear from her like a couple of days, right? Like, what the hell is going on? Like, it's just weird. Oh, BJ, I'm sorry, BJ. I had been in the hospital with an anxiety attack. I like, oh my God. Oh, okay, whatever. All right, let's get this thing organized. So what I'm saying is this anxiety thing these people got, this thing gets a little bit dicey these days. But some of this stuff is self-inflicted because I'm like, I don't let anybody know for the shit get this bad. Well, I don't really like telling me my problems. I was like, okay, cool. All right, I get it. But at the same time, you might want to say something, for then when she hit the fan, then you're like, oh, I can't figure it out. Like, what the crazy thing happened to me.
Too late now.
The crazy thing happened to me today. This happened today. Guy calls me just about 2:00 today. 1:00. He calls me. And I hadn't been on the phone all day, but I just said, look, what's this guy call me for? He said, BJ, man, look, can you help me, man? I'm like, what's up, man? What's up? Same kind of friend. He said, look, man, I have something wrong with my alternator. He like, can you help me? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, what do you want? He like, anybody fix it? Because he was like, the shop trying to charge me $460 for alternator. Something. I said, don't worry about it, man. I get my guy to do it for you, man. I get him to do it. The guy called him up. He said, look, man, where you at, man? I can come fix the alternator for you $160 or $150, whatever the case was, something like that. So I was like, okay, whatever. So then, I take a nap. The guy calls me back. He says, how long you been knowing this guy? I said, I've been knowing him for years. He knows my dad. He knows all that. He runs the shop. He be like, ask me, do I trust him? I said, let me tell you something, bro. Hold on, bro.
What? See.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell you. I'm like, I said, wait a minute. You called me.
Correct.
And then you told him, man, matter of fact.
If that's the case, mother sucker, go to the shop and pay the $400-something since you trust. See what I'm saying? This is why I don't help people no more.
But look, it's so crazy because
wow. And that say something, BJ, that say something about what he think about you. You don't trust me as your friend. I wouldn't set you up with nobody like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Boy, these niggas here.
He now on defensive, he really don't know me that well, but he knows me from other people. See what I'm saying? So he was talking to them, and they asked him, "Well, why the hell?" They was like, "Well, they were like, why you he like, oh yeah, you talking about little BJ, right?" He's like, yeah. They like, why you ask him? He was like, because y'all know him more than me. They're like, well, he'll get you straight. And he was like, the guy told him, well, he helped me when he was DJing one day. He helped me, pass my real estate stuff up. Why you ask him? He could help you. He was like, well, yeah, he was like, the guy called me later. He said, he was like, he kind of sometimes he joke with you and say little slick shit to you to make you think and stuff. He like, I don't really want to get him involved. well, you deal with the damn alternator then, right? So then he finally says, well, let me suck on my pride and corner, right? Let me suck on my pride and corner, right? You know how it goes, dog. So, you don't want to call him up, but then you say, let me call him, to save face, right? So then the guy, now check this out, dog. This is how crazy this shit was. The dude told him, I can't get to you this Sunday, but I'm going to get you. He said, but then he said, wait a minute, I got to pick my grandson up today. So I'm going to come and do it today. So the dude said, he said, damn, that's sweet, man. The man already came and got me. Then he called back 30 minutes later. He said, bro. I said, what now? He was like, do you know this guy? He told me to come Sunday. He coming today. How long you been knowing him? I said, bro, I've been knowing the man since I've been 18 years old. Is this a problem? He was like, I just need to know. Look, I started telling him, bro. You don't know if I was nasty, you know what I could have? I said, look, bro. Hey, bro. You know what? You don't trust me to give it to you. Tell them they take this shit. I could have did it too. You know, I could have made this shit real bad. The moral story is he got the shit happy, they closed, but at the same time, come on, bro. That's how it be, man. I think he took that shit to Midas or one of the damn grease. I forgot one of them damn shops. These damn shops, they'll tell you, okay. But the first part even wrong. He got a diagnostic with them. So he's diagnostic. They said, oh yeah, we gotta fix this and this, blah blah blah.
Of course, that's a scam.
But I told him straight up, bro. I asked him straight up. I said, bro, you is therapist, bro. I said I could understand them running this game on a woman. I can't understand this on you.
Right.
I told him, and he got mad. He got mad with me. See, that's why I told you, that's why I told you like the call. I just told him what it is. I mean, fuck this shit. I mean, I can understand them running this game on a woman. You a man. They probably shouldn't try to run this game. So, but I don't know. Must be a New Jersey thing. I don't know. You got
can't help everybody. Yep. Oh, is that where you from? Maybe.
Yeah, but and I told you, man. Richmond, Virginia, been kind of crazy. I tell you, they've been moving a lot of people, and a lot of people. I tell you, like 5 o'clock a day, the traffic is crazy, and you these New Jersey. I mean, most people are back in the day in New Jersey. I just don't know what it is these days. But at the same time, I tell you, they be moving downtown, trying to move downtown with all these white folks and shit down in the fan district and shit with these $2,000 apartments and shit. A lot of these motherfuckers have roommates too, right? That's what they be trying to do. I'm like, bro, y'all trying to make Richmond look like New York City, but I'm gonna tell you something, bro. You gotta understand when you come from the north or you come with this crazy stuff, somebody gonna look at you like you kind of nutty, man. They gonna tell you about this shit. So I be like, you might want to because I mean, hey, look, we ain't going to no fucking shop. We had a neighborhood mechanic, bro. And this shit just kind of weird to me. Midas, what is this shit called? Grease monkey. What is it called? Jiffy Lube, oil change. You can do it to your damn self. What? I mean, but don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong now. You get these Mercedes and all that stuff, then that's what the thing. And then, like I said, I mean, I ain't gonna tell you a lie. I'm glad he got it done. Because I remember years ago, I had a girl I was talking to from St. Louis. She did the direct opposite. And the guy told her he put the brakes on her for $125. She was like, she went and called the shops or whatever. I forgot the damn shop, but they told her never let her outside mechanic that's not in the shop. She went back to the shop. I said, well, what happened to my boy? She was like, oh, I went to the shop and got it done for $340 because they told me don't get outside. I said, yeah, fine. All right, and then guess what she said? She come back and say, man, she was like, that shit did break. She was like, I should have got it done by him. And then she guess what she called back and asked Dawson. She asked me, can I borrow $100 to pay that? I said, fuck no.
Hell no.
Dumb shit. I told you not to do that dumb shit. Why you mad at me? Because I told you not to do that dumb shit. I told you the man had you. So she tried. So then she tried to come back a couple months later. She had some other issues. He told me, don't tell that woman call me back. Because that woman told me she was coming to me to do it and then went to the shop. He said, don't tell that woman call me back. I said, all right.
There you go.
He said she left me hanging. I'll leave her hanging. He told
Wow.
me he said she called him go to the damn shopping shit. Fuck you. Like, yo, whatever I be. But I do understand people want everything. People like professional service, but breaks, oil changes, and stuff is stuff that you did in your backyard. I mean, I ain't tell you.
Yeah, you could do on your own.
Women, I know women that do oil change their own car. I mean, you know, it is what it is, man. Fuck it.
Yeah.
But you know, so I mean, but if you need assistance, like, can you just call a man and say, "Hey, you know somebody fix my car"? That's all you gotta do. You don't have to be so off-putting because you know, because you want to feel, oh, I don't want to ask him for something. You know what I'm saying? And when you ask men for something, they'll come back and say, "Well, can I get some of that pussy?" I say, well, I ain't tell you why that's not wrong, but it is what it is. I mean, like, you can say no. No, I mean, you know, I mean, that's how it goes, man. But anyway, but let me play this about your boy Sean Kingston because it's over now.
For the mother of Sean Kingston, who was tied to some fraud cases here by her famous son. Local 10 Sanella Savovic is joining us live from the courthouse in Fort Lauderdale with what went down. Sanella.
Christie, a federal judge sentenced Kingston's mother, Janice Turner, to 60 months in federal prison. And before that sentence was handed down, she did address the court with tears in her eyes, saying that she was sorry and she asked the judge for mercy for her and her son.
Somebody call now.
It's sentencing day for singer Turner. Federal Judge David Leibowitz ordered that she spends the next 5 years in federal prison, followed by 3 years of probation.
Anything about the charges?
4 months ago, a jury found Turner and her son, whose real name is Kishan Anderson, guilty of 1 count of conspiracy to commit wire fraud and 4 counts of wire fraud for their scheme to defraud luxury merchandise vendors over $1 million. Her attorney, Humberto Dominguez, fought for a lesser sentence.
So we have mixed feelings on it. We won on some points, and we obviously lost on other points. All of which will be obviously handled on appeal. Overall, you know, the judge tried to do what was right, what was fair.
Sentencing hearing shackled in a red jumpsuit. She addressed the judge, saying through tears that she was sorry and that she was trying to keep her son afloat. She begged the judge have mercy on them. While Kingston didn't appear in court today, he did write a letter to the judge. Dominguez tells us what's in it.
She's been a great mom. That she's a loving, caring person. Just like I said, asking the judge to factor in his. Her age and her medical conditions.
Prosecutors presented additional evidence into record where it was uncovered during a special agent's testimony. There were 17 additional victims. That agent said she spoke to those victims and they received fake wire receipts for various luxury goods like jewelry and cars. Some got paid, others didn't. Turner was also ordered to pay victims back. Prosecutors called her a thief and detailed prior convictions, while Dominguez says she got in trouble simply for helping her son.
She's a really caring person. She's helped a lot of people in her life.
Restitution hearing is scheduled for October 16th. As far as Kingston is concerned, he will be sentenced next month by the same judge.
Sean Kingston. I remember him hearing that little nice little song back in the day. I forgot what that song called. I remember that song back in the day. He was a little a big boy.
Hey, BJ, whenever you get a chance, can you play that? Talk about that Jose Maxwell and what's the name interview? Her meeting with Pam Bondi or whatever. That's Psyops.
Speaking of that, Frank.
That hoax.
They say, damn. Pam Bondi husband was the judge for the Epstein thing in Florida.
Yep.
Boy, these people here, man.
I'm telling you, man, it's a connection.
Well, I told you, Pam Bondi is part of a big sorority.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But Pam Bondi also is the one who I already told you anything Anything you say about Israel can be used and will be used against you.
Against you, yeah.
So, that's what the whole thing was about, Mac. Yeah, I know about it. I was actually, before I get up here, I got to talk about the thing because actually, reflections at my sister's birthday party, somebody mentioned that guy named, what's his name, Malcolm Jamal Warner. That shit, they just said that stuff they had up. Somebody brought it up in there. They said, you know, yeah, that was one time they said by herself, then they said daughter with and stuff. Then what's the other one there?
Any deaths always in threes? You had him.
Yeah, that's what I said. They all dying threes.
You know what I'm saying? Him, Ozzy Osbourne, and Hulk Hogan, man. What's up with that?
They all dying threes.
Another one. Chuck Mangione too. There's another one.
Oh wow.
You know what's really going on? You know.
I think that boy was dead though, man. I think I killed that dude though. But that's just but you know what? I think Martin Luther King died on the same day that had a drowning the same day, like in 1969 or something like that. Same day as Jamal Warner.
That's interesting.
And if you look at it, that's the 201st day of the year. So I mean,
in 201.
Wow.
That shit is 201 too, man. I'm telling you, man.
All right, let me play this right quick.
To live now from Fox. So we do have some breaking news that we are following for you. We've been giving you updates on how Ghislaine Maxwell wrapping up part 2 of her talks with the DOJ. Now we're learning that she was offered limited immunity for those talks. Those are the latest reports coming right now. Take a look here at this update saying, I'm told Ghislaine Maxwell was granted a limited form of immunity in exchange for speaking with the DOJ, confirming the Catherine Folder's report. The immunity is often offered to people whom prosecutors want to cooperate, and Maxwell has already been tried and found guilty, plus doesn't cover perjury. So also being reported from the New York Post, we are learning that Maxwell named some 100 different people linked to the late pedophile Jeffrey Epstein, and an attorney for the disgraced socialite claimed today following 2 days of interrogation led by Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche. So that is some new news that we are learning for you here at this hour, and it continues to be talked about. We just heard from President Trump earlier today in a talk back with media saying that he had the right to pardon her if he so chooses there. So we'll be definitely watching this closely as more of the investigation into those Epstein files does continue. But again, limited immunity being offered up right now for.
Well,
can I ask a question? Why would you pardon? Could I ask a question? Why would you pardon somebody like that? She knew he was doing that, dude.
Correct.
She was coerced with him. See, when it comes to, I don't like that, man. See, that's what I'm talking about. When it comes down to, you know what I'm saying, them is definitely just different justice or no justice at all, really. You know what I'm saying? And when it comes down to us, it's just us. You see what I'm saying? So
yep,
it would have been blown out. You know what I'm saying? Even like the whole P. Diddy thing. That's basically y'all private little sexual escapades put out for the world with taxpayer money. You know what I'm saying? That was some bullshit. I don't want to even know about. I don't care about that shit that they was doing, the freaky baby oil and all that bullshit they were doing. But what about the shit with this? This lady was a clear and complacent witness with him doing that stuff with these little girls, man.
And getting the girls, grooming the girls. She was all part of it.
And then you go see Trump, man. I'm telling y'all, man. Oh man,
He on the list. Everybody on the list, Frank. Everybody's on the list.
Who got that?
Bottom line, y'all own the flight logs, and that's just what it is.
Well, Ghislaine Maxwell, his father, who is Israeli or British intelligence, both actually.
Yeah, Messiah, him too. Yep. And he mysteriously died on a boat. Got thrown off the boat mysteriously.
Hey, yo, this is some pirate type shit, ain't it?
Who got thrown off the boat? Who got thrown off the boat?
So who knows he wasn't out there sex trafficking his daughter. Ghislaine. You look at them pictures, she why your wife ain't with you? Why your daughter always with you out and about? What was that all about?
Yep. Yeah, he was found floating in the ocean in 1991. That's right. Yep, that's it. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, right.
Right. Exactly.
Society, see, look, society gives their women a pass so much, man. When Trump doing that, partnering her, says a lot to me. It says a lot.
Hell no. Man, them white folks gonna go. Them white. I hope he don't do it. They gonna go crazy.
But if he does do it, that says a lot. And even, but see, this is. I mean, they are friends, man. Just like Hillary Clinton and Trump are friends. I mean,
hold on.
I agree.
Malcolm Jamal Warner was born on August 18,
Hold on, man. Hold the fuck up. I know they ain't got no funeral already for this boy. Ain't no damn way. Hey, wait a minute. When this boy died, man? I know they ain't got no funeral already.
It was like the other day, dude.
Fuck out of here.
Damn, that's fast.
Damn. They didn't get the body yet? Oh, man.
70 in Jersey City, New Jersey. Raised by his single mother, Pamela Warner, who also served as his manager, Malcolm showed an early interest in the performing arts. He attended the Professional Children's School in New York City, an institution known for accommodating young performers and artists. His passion for acting was evident from an early age, and he landed his breakout role at just 14 years old. That role was Theo Huxtable on NBC's legendary sitcom The Cosby Show, which premiered in 1984 and became a defining show of American television. As the only son of Cliff and Claire Huxtable, Warner's character was central to many of the show's plots. He portrayed the trials of adolescence, academic struggles, and sibling rivalries in ways that resonated with millions of viewers. His performance was so impactful that he received an Emmy nomination for Outstanding Supporting Actor in a comedy series in 1986. After the show ended in 1992, Warner successfully transitioned into other areas of entertainment. He co-starred in Malcolm and Eddie, a sitcom that ran from 1996 to 2000. In it, he played Malcolm McGee, a sensible, no-nonsense bar owner opposite the more chaotic Eddie played by Eddie Griffin. The show gave him another opportunity to shine and cemented his place in pop culture beyond The Cosby Show. Beyond acting, Malcolm Jamal Warner explored music and directing. He was a spoken word artist, a bass guitarist, and an accomplished jazz musician. He often combined poetry with music, releasing albums like Love and Other Social Issues and Selfless. He even won a Grammy Award in 2015 for Best Traditional R&B Performance as a featured performer on Robert Glasper Experiment's Jesus Children. As a director, Warner was prolific. He directed episodes of several major TV shows, including The Cosby Show, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Kenan and Kel, and All That. He also appeared in recurring roles on shows like Suits, Read Between the Lines, and The Resident. His voice carried wisdom and maturity in every performance, whether on screen or through music. In recent years, Warner had grown increasingly selective about his roles, choosing characters with depth and story.
I read between the lines. I smell some bullshit. All right, that's how I want to say it.
I didn't buy it neither. I didn't buy it neither. And at one point, wasn't he trying to be bussified at one point? Y'all remember that?
What was that? Are you?
At one point, he was trying to be bussified. Remember?
He was.
Yeah.
Yeah. See. Yeah.
Pull it up, BJ. BJ, no. Remember, they was dragging his ass.
I'm not surprised.
He was getting drugged for that. Yeah. I don't know if he was trying to get it to get a bag or he was just on that side. I don't know.
I know Malik Yoba was doing the same thing. Talking about he liked you.
Yeah, but he got called for it too.
What he say that he considers them women or somebody say?
Well, I knew he was pussy fired.
Him and the other dude on New York Undercover.
New York Undercover. Yeah, I knew Malik Yoba was pussy fired.
The other dude did a role, a gay role too. The other guy, the Spanish dude.
Oh, the light. Oh, see what I'm saying? See, you ain't getting nowhere in Hollywood if you ain't playing on the other team.
No. Well, like I told you.
Wow.
Playing the other. Hey, yo. Hey, wait a minute, yo. Hey, you know what? I had a guy tell me he went to a pool party a couple weeks ago. He went to a pool party a couple weeks ago. There had to be a whole lot of them there, right? And he said he had to leave because he said when all them motherfuckers got in the water, man, they looked like the water would change the colors and shit. Shit. And he told me I got to get the fuck out of this bitch. He's like, yo. He said, I ain't know this shit was. He said, I ain't jumping that damn pool with the asses. I said, yeah, I can understand why. Then my homeboy daughter had a thing at her house. Well, no, that ain't him. He have it every year, a big cookout. But you know, his daughter is what do you call it? AKA, that's what it is. She an AKA, right?
Oh, here we go.
So, you know, no, I ain't telling lie. Hey, look, what people say, pretty girls or whatever, but I will say this. I was like, I got to say one thing about them AKs. They sure did bring at least 5 to 6 trinkets with them in the motherfucking house. So, you know, I mean, that motherfucker, you know, because it rained. I told you it was raining all day Saturday. I think I sent you a video, a picture of it, dogs. It was raining hard as shit out here. Saturday. So they had to move the cookout inside. I remember had champagne.
Yeah,
all
I
that
saw
shit,
it.
you know. So I'm out there. I'm inside, right? Hey, bro. So I'm looking around. Dude in the house, he playing boots on the ground and shit in the living room and shit, you know. They got the man cave downstairs or whatever. Dude said, man, I ain't seen a while, BJ, whatever, blah, blah. But I'm upstairs. I just, you know, I'm sitting around and, you know, that girl, like, I guess recording or whatever. I guess they were playing boots on the ground or something. And I heard this motherfucker say, get it, girl, or whatever. And I was like, wait a minute, hold the fuck up. What the fuck? Where the fuck this motherfucker at, yo? Because I said, this motherfucker sound like a Twinkie. And I looked behind me and I said, wait a minute, man. And I said, and I had my boy with me. I said, yo, who is this motherfucker? He's like, oh, you know, he like, my daughter invited everybody over this motherfucker, man. She invited her friends too. I said, yeah. I said, how you doing? 27. Hey, bro, I'm gonna tell you, hey, yo, Trey, you know what this motherfucker told me, yo? So, you know, my boy actually, you know, when she get married or whatever, you know, or has some kids, or she like, I graduated in college. She look, you know, I still think, you know, I'm a daddy's girl. She said, really, be honest with you. She like, I ain't trying to have no children until my daddy retire. I'm like, well, wait a minute. Your daddy ain't them 55 years old. What the fuck is you talking about? I said, wait a minute, baby. You tried it. She said she tried to wait to have baby when her daddy retire. I said, damn. And my boy little laughed and shit. Because he sitting right there and said, this motherfucker trying to set her daddy up to keep
the kids?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, but her mama lived there too. I think her mama run like a herbal life thing. She run like a herbal life and she do them fitness boot camps. And I know he do he got a driving school thing or something like that. He do everything. No, he great guy. Always look out for me and shit. But I'm just saying, like, yeah, you know, I mean, like I tell you, man, them motherfuckers, you know, like, you know, they say, dogs, when they go home and come back, you don't know how that thing will shape out.
Yep.
But
at college, will indoctrinate them in a minute. Yep.
Yeah, but the crazy part though, she went to, and look, the crazy part, I don't think she went to she ain't go to HBCU. She went to JMU way out in Harrisonburg, Virginia. And JMU ain't nothing. I mean, probably shit. I mean, if you go to JMU, you probably, if you see 3 to 4% of black people in GM, you lucky. I'm just gonna be honest with
Oh,
you.
shit now.
Because that shit is out there by the Mass Nothing too. That's out there by the mountains and shit too. So that shit is way out there.
Ooh.
I had a resort. I got a resort.
Well, she better be glad she's still alive. Well, I don't know.
No, I mean,
You got some parts they had them. You be found hung from a tree or somewhere, come up missing.
Well, it's Harrisonburg is it's a party town, people call it, because that's the only thing. JMU is the biggest thing out there. They got that massive, and they got that resort where they got the ski resort, water park resort. But my homeboy, these people came from Texas and they went out there to the resort. They could be out there for a couple of days and shit. But what I'm saying is, that motherfucker be having some shit at motherfucker, and that shit at the mountain too. They be having some shit at fucking fret parties at that motherfucker. Cause
I can imagine.
Motherfucker, and she told me about it. She was like, BJ, she was like, that was the best time of my life, and she was like, she was like, you had to be close knit because she was like, I think she told me like all the black people hung together and all the white people.
Oh, I can imagine. Yeah.
You say you ain't got no 4%. She like, yeah, we all knew each other, whatever. So, but she said she went around because she wanted to. She had been still staying with mom and dad in Richmond so long and stuff like that, and she wanted to be away from home and shit. She was like, I ain't tell a lie, BJ. I was wild out of that motherfucker. I said, yeah, I know it. Mm-hmm. Matter of fact, came back home, graduated with a baby in her stomach. But yeah, and I said, well, wait a minute now, shorty. You came at home with baby, so she like, BJ, just a guy I was having fun with. It wasn't, I'm like, oh god, it is what it is.
Yeah, that's how it happened. It happens a lot in college, more than you know.
Yeah, I know.
It just happened. Yep. A lot more than you know.
But I think she engaged. Just got married now. Or to another guy. She a cool piece of stuff, but she was always telling about stuff that happened up there. But I tell you one thing, up in the mountains up there in that part of Virginia, they be doing a whole lot of hazing. That shit don't get found out about neither. I'm gonna tell you that. That's why when they be talking about Diddy and stuff, you gotta sometimes ask the question: was this stuff, or was it one of the hazing? There's a lot of hazing shit like that. Like you always gotta look at it for that hazing thing, because hazing, a lot of wild shit going on. That's why my boy was talking to me. That we was all walking. We walking out 5 miles in the morning. He was like, that's why I ain't never played nothing, because he was like, fuck that shit. He like, everyone slapped me upside the ass, no paddle or nothing like that. He like, fuck that shit. Mm-hmm. He said, my other boy, he said it was 1980s or whatever, 1980 or whenever he was in college. He was like saying they tried to get me to, they had a thing where you had to eat and smell shit and put it on the wall, and then all this other dumb shit. So fuck all that shit.
Ooh. Wow.
A lot of wild shit going on here, but that's how it be, man.
That's why I wasn't interested in it, because you ain't gonna touch me and put your hand on me. I ain't finna be pleased.
That's right. So, all right. Y'all said, we say, Dawson, you said coming threes, right?
Yep.
I'm gonna say coming
What
fours.
was it? What was the Malcolm, Ozzy, the Hulk? Well, you said somebody else passed. I didn't know about that.
Charles Mangione.
Why that name sound familiar, BJ?
Because Mangione is the family of the dude in the United Healthcare scandal.
Okay.
Wix
gives
you the power of AI to build the website you need.
And is also a fan of Baltimore Congress.
So what? Mangione? Who died?
We are hearing from Linda McMahon, calling him
Charles Mangione. That's a singer. 84 years old.
Oh, he was a singer? Oh, okay. I got you.
dear friend who will always be remembered in and out of the ring. For even more on Hulk Hogan, longtime agent Darren Prince as well. Darren, thank you so much. I know today has been a tough day, and people all over the world have been talking about Hulk Hogan, but only a few people really knew Terry. Tell us about the man behind the character.
That's what I've been telling everybody, as heartbreaking as it is. And thank you for having me. I never looked at him as Hulk Hogan. I got to know the real Terry Gene Bollea, who put God first, who absolutely loved his fans. Up to recently felt he was always treated like he was still a heavyweight champion. And not one phone call ever ended with us without saying how much we love one another. And it was just one of those true blessings of an individual in my life.
Well, I know how much you loved each other because you have talked about your struggle with opioid addiction, and you say it was Terry that was the one that was supporting you throughout your entire recovery. Tell us about that journey and how he
Let me say something. They talking about steroids and all that. There's a guy, right, Richmond, used to be a security eye club. He died a month ago. He was big like Hulk Hogan. He used to have kickboxing in the backyard. He used to train.
Yeah, that's still one on your body, man, and your heart. See, his old heart gave out. Heart wasn't strong enough to fight out that anesthesia.
Well, one of my buddies saw me at the hospital, and he saw me, and I asked him, I said, man, did you know that man was sick? He said, yeah, man, that man had been sick for a while. He was like a human vegetable for the last 3 months or whatever. And as a matter of fact, he said that, he had started having a lot of issues and stuff because this guy literally, his son used to tell me, this motherfucker used to get packs and packs of creatine shipped to him and shit like that. All this motherfucking muscle shit. And he was giving to the clients and shit, right? So, because, he got the kickbox in the backyard. He did a lot of shit, man. He had the punching bags, all that shit. Nice guy. I mean, I knew him real well. But, if you on that motherfucking goddamn, that motherfucker had 2 arms. That dog, I ain't know 144 pounds. His arm looked like weigh 144 pounds. I know his arm alone. Like,
wow.
He had a bulging ass neck too. Man, you can't handle all that.
See, that's that. Pay attention. That's why I said on that, them Austin boys that with the Carmelo Anthony. I kept telling people, look at them dudes' necks, man.
Yeah,
them boys on something.
I'm about to show you a picture of that dude, dog. That motherfucker got that neck bigger than my neck and your neck put combined. Back in the day it was. I don't know about after when he got sick or whatever, but yeah, that motherfucker has a big ass fucking neck. I knew his daughter too, because I was hanging out with his daughter one day, and she's like, yeah, she's like, you better never meet me. She's like, you know my dad. I said, no, I don't know his dad. She showed me picture of dad. I said, yeah, I don't see that motherfucker literally pick up motherfucker one hand, drag motherfucker in the fucking club, dog. So I ain't tell you like that motherfucker big motherfucker. I ain't tell you like that. I said, I know this motherfucker, this big ass. Look, Dawson, look, he used to wear a tank top. This motherfucker looked like it was about to rip out the fucking chest, yo, motherfucker was so that shit. But that's how I show you, man. This steroid shit is real, yo.
Yeah.
But it's so crazy. They want it because they say what? It make you look buff in a while, but they don't tell you about. I tell you, I had a dude named Stan. That motherfucker used to juice in the locker room and shit, right? And he used to talk to me about the shit. He's like, yeah, B, he like, you kind of small, man. You only get bigger, man. He like, look, I give you a try running this shit before you. I said, I ain't paying for that shit. I said, I want this shit for free, right? So when I come pick up with motherfucker later, he did that or whatever, but. Like he talking about, I talked to his son or whatever, his nephew. He was like, yeah, man, that shit was fucking him up, man. He was starting to get migraine headaches. The motherfucker started goddamn having erectile dysfunction issues, all types of crazy shit going on. Taking them over steroids, man.
Yeah, that's what it do. Mess up your heart, your organs, your kidneys, your liver, yeah. But I think they had said with Hulk Hogan, I think they said a lot of reason too why people hadn't seen him in a while, because they said he was sick.
They said it was cardiac issues too, but
yeah. But I know. Remember, somebody was telling me, because a lot of people ain't seen Hulk Hogan in a long time. That's why they was shocked. I was shocked. too to see him at the RNC. Because a lot of people thought he was dead, or, that's what my cousin was like. She's like, I thought he already was dead because you didn't hear from him no more. But I was hearing previously that he was sickly before, probably from, taking all them steroids. His health wasn't the best. But if they knew his heart was weak like that, they should have never really did that surgery, knowing he's an average steroid user. But they do anything to get that money. I saw an article, funny BJ, talk about health. They talking about Venus Williams went back to tennis just to get health insurance. I gotta finish. That was weird. I gotta finish reading that article.
Damn.
Well,
I know.
Isn't she a millionaire though?
Yeah, she made $49 million playing tennis.
No, why can't she? I don't get it.
I don't know. I gotta finish reading the article. I mean, I don't know if DJ can pull up, but yeah, I don't know if they got a video on it, but that was weird.
What does a lifetime?
Hey man, you got to pay your client, your agents back, baby. All right, here we go. Chuck Man, this one.
Jazz musician Chuck Mangione.
I got you. Oh, that's him. Okay.
Chuck Mangione's "Feel So Good" was inescapable. It played everywhere. One of the biggest pop jazz tracks of all time.
That was a beat there. They had it on call, waiting calls, and
sound of his
everything.
flugelhorn and his distinctive fedora of the 70s and 80s. Chuck Mangione proving he did not need lyrics to make a hit.
That's the other guy that
Feels
died right there. That's the other one that I'm talking about that died. So yeah, Ozzy Osbourne too. This guy, Chuck Mangione. Let me see if I can pull this up before I go. This William Health Insurance thing. Get them up. No, it might not come up.
Famous song he had.
But I tell you one thing, they ain't got no video. I don't see nothing on YouTube about no video William Health Insurance, but I do see something about some fibroids though that came up here. Talking about having fibroid issues this misfit.
Oh, they doing that again with this fibroid shit.
Yeah, ain't that crazy?
Venus and Serena.
Yeah, well, that fibroid stuff is says he got chronic illness or something like that or whatever. She had
There you go. You learn fibroid. Oh my God.
And you know what? She had a disease, a battle called Sjögren's disease. That's what disease she had.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's as a matter of fact, she playing in the City Open right now. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I said talking about she came back to play tennis for health insurance or something. I'm like, huh? In her 40s?
That it. Well, hey, look, Dawson. You know what I always say, Dawson. Hey, look. You know what? Hey, look. People want to, I mean, hey, look, play tennis. I see older guys out here playing pickleball. She want to play tennis, but health insurance. It's kind of like Trevor Ariza that used to play for Houston Rockets. They say that he, made $116 million, and now he can't have he don't have the money to pay child support. So, yeah, what it is. Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, I remember Trevor Ariza here. Wow.
Yeah, he they say he broke child support. Yeah, what it is. I mean, like I always tell people, hey, look, don't flute your boat, but hey, look, remember, child support, lawyers getting cut, everybody getting cut. But you $616 million. I always ask the guy, I know people get on Iverson. We talking about Iverson all day. But at least Iverson did that, had that money in the Reebok trust. So Iverson, I think either at 50 or 55 get that money. But I mean, we were talking about him the other day. On the home front, like I said, it's been hot. A couple of things going on. Homeboy getting better from dialysis and things like that. Still got to get some financial assistance to get the port taken out of his chest into his arm or something. They said something about the insurance that make a pay to put it in the arm or some shit. So he still got a thing in his chest. That's that. Like I said, otherwise, 38 years old. A couple weeks ago, oh yeah, Dawson, oh yeah, you weren't on that show when I was showing you all those pictures and shit. Frank was laughing his ass off in this shit. Look at that. Ain't that me right there when I was 18 years old? Movies like that. But I'm about 15 then. I had no facial hair, do-rag on. Yeah, that's me right there. Yeah, that's right.
Oh my God.
That's some funny shit, right? That's basketball
BJ was stuck. His thug Dizzle.
Yeah, I was.
You gotta show it to me. Take a picture of it. Send it. It's kind of blurry on here.
I sent it to you. Yeah, that's kind of
Okay.
I sent it to you. Gonna let. I used to be they call it chip. Oh, there's a picture of my grandma holding me as a baby and shit too. Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
But look, this is blurry, but that is my dog in the backyard. I used to take sometimes I told Frank even we going out over the garage up and my uncle would leave the key and we take the girls and then hang out and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Girls up in that motherfucker, man.
So cute.
I like like I said, these good times. 27 8 below, fun times. Like I told the guy, man, mom said, look, man, just be cool. But we always used to trip, and the guys used to always come over the house and stuff. And we were talking about the other day. I mean, I rode past the old house the other day, and they got a dumpster out there. I guess they made the house a rooming house or some shit. I don't know the fuck they got. I don't know how they did that because the shit with 3 bedrooms. Unless they remodeled the whole house and said, I don't know how they did it. Cause I mean, my bedroom right behind the damn kitchen and shit. So right. Mama bedroom, grandma bedroom is there, and my mama bedroom is the dining room right behind it. But like I said, we had a little small house, but it was cool. Like I was telling my sister the other day, she said that she's 60 years old and she goes to the gym at 5 o'clock in the morning and goes swimming and stuff like that. And I told her,
okay,
I feel like 40, and I told her, when you feel like 40, then I feel like 18. Do that. Let's go.
There you go.
But like I said, nephew was there. Had a little situation with him though. One of the guys was, he got upset with him because he didn't help me move my stuff. He said, man, he's like, I told you to help your uncle use your help him move his equipment, and you come out with a damn bag of ice. They came up with a bag of ice, kind of crazy shit, right? He said, this is why I don't like when men are raised. He was like, when men hang around a bunch of women, they always try to get the lightest shit. You're like, I said, bro. Yeah, he said what the guy said, right? He said it right there, right? I said, bro, look, man, 9 o'clock at night.
Mama got him scored.
I've been out here all day. I said, look. I said, yeah. He was like, no, because I told him to help you, get your equipment. I said, bro, hey, I had to speak already, but he was like, yeah. So I told him, I said, hey, bro, you see this guy right here? I don't know him, but hey, look, next time, because I ain't know where the hell you was at. I said, you been in and out all day. He like, yeah, I know. He was like, yeah, he like, it's just a lot of. He ain't gonna hang around too much in the facility if it's a bunch of older people. I'm gonna tell you that right now. He ain't gonna do that. He ain't gonna do that. So that mother was outside talking to people and shit like that. But I mean, more than many younger people to go around, except maybe my nieces or something like that. So I mean, he ain't really had him a job to talk to much younger people. So that mother was outside walking around and shit. He did speak to a reflection hour and told his mom he loved her and stuff like that and all that stuff. So that was cool.
Oh, nice.
But outside that he was and then like I said, I didn't even know this. She obviously doesn't eat any meat anymore except fish, obviously. So had fish, string beans, what else? Salad. They might have some white wine or something like that. But and then they had fruit stuff. I mean, I said, dang, there's some watermelon. Hey, dogs, I ain't tell a lie. I bought me some watermelon a couple weeks ago. Man, I ate that almost the whole damn thing in like 3 days. I was telling you, it was
I
hot.
know. Me and my son tore ours up too. Yeah.
This motherfucker, man. Hey, look, when it's hot, you want to eat that damn watermelon, the mangoes, the pineapples.
Yeah.
Look, I'm gonna tell you something, Dawson. Do me a favor. Help me out.
Cucumbers.
Help me out, Dawson. Look, can you play tell your sister girls when they have a heart attack? I just, they don't want to listen to me. Maybe they might listen to me. Please tell them stop with the damn frappes and hot coffee and goddamn 95-degree weather. Please.
Oh my God.
Yeah, they eat the frappes and what they call that shit, all this stuff they want to eat. Oh yeah, because I like Starbucks now. I talked to the girl the other day, she talking about, like I said back in the day, Chick-fil-A was a luxury. She like, I got a Chick-fil-A bonus card. I said, you go ahead. She like, I get my Chick-fil-A milkshake and all that shit. I said, damn, it's 95 degrees out here. She like, okay, so it's 95 degrees. Now, fuck all that. I ain't having all that shit in no 95-degree weather. Kiss my ass. Matter of fact, I don't eat Chick-fil-A no way. Fuck them. But, hey, look. But look, I will eat some salmon or something like that when it's hot. But we talking about eating like milkshakes and shit like that when it's hot. Hey, look, yo. I don't know about that, what they call it, lactose intolerant shit. But I know one thing. Eating all that shit on a hot day, man, you be running the bathroom fucking an hour and a half, fucking around. Fuck all that. So look, ladies and some men to do it. I go to Starbucks. I don't even go to Starbucks, but I see people with the Starbucks, right? Because I told the guy, I don't go to Starbucks. If I want to go to the coffee shop, I go to AJ's shop. Now, even though it do take, like I told the guy, he was like, you always coming up, if you hear something hot, you drink some hot, it keeps you cool. Now, I will say this, Doc Boss, it do make you sweat more, which could on that end, but at the same time, when you sweating like that, and that stuff messing with your heart rate, because if you drink too much coffee on a hot summer day, could mess with your heart rate. And then I can see people drinking 1 cup. You drinking like 5 and 6. Could be a little bit thing. Now, I would drink some tea and maybe a kombucha at the time, but we got to, like I said, we got to, when you come to this stuff, like I said, it's been hot, and then you got in Chicago, it's flooding right now. So obviously, the flooding moved from the south to the mid-east or whatever, Chicago, Midwest actually. So that's where it's flooding out there. They had flooding in Chicago today or yesterday. So watch out for the weather. Still under weather, talking about hurricanes and stuff coming up. And so people gotta, be aware that these weather. I would say if you're walking, do it early. If you don't want to be out in the heat, you want to hear the heat. Hey, look, sit back and get a blanket and lay down in the sun for a minute and get some sun rays. Don't be dumb. Don't be dumb. I know y'all want to do it. They putting all these dumb commercials on. Put on some sunblock. Put on some sunscreen. Blah blah blah. I told the guy, hey, look, man. I told him I said, look. Guy asked me one day, do you want some sunscreen? I said, hold on, bro. I said, I didn't know. I said, you're the first black guy ever asked me about some sunscreen. He like, really? I said, yeah. I said, really, bro? I never had a black guy ask me for sunscreen. He like, you serious? I'm like, yes, bro. He was like, damn. He like, well, up north, we use it. I'm like, all right. Hey, Dawson, keep your skin glowing. Keep your skin going, woman. Keep your skin glowing. Don't worry about it. Keep it glowing. Don't worry about the sunscreen. Don't worry about it. Hey, look, if you want to put some shades on, walk your dog, knock yourself out. Don't put the sunscreen on because it might give you sun. It might.
No, I don't do that. No.
Hey, Frank, keep your natural skin. Shaq, keep your natural skin. Don't worry about this sunscreen, all this other bullshit, all these other what they call remedies. They got to say that. Hey, look, use this, use that, and then guess what? You got another condition. Go ahead, Dawson. Shout out your information.
That's how they do. They create the problem, gonna come up with the solution, right? Yeah. Yep. IG, YouTube, Share Speaks 21, or, and that's a Z after Speaks, and then 21. So Share Speaks 21. Or if they block me, you can find me on Share Speaks TV. That's IG, YouTube, TikTok.
Okay. Yeah. That's good. Matter of fact, you know what I'm doing right now? I'm snapping these pictures right now. Hey, no, go ahead, Frank. Frank, you still around?
Yo.
Go ahead and shout out the information, man.
Yeah, man. Once again, you know what I'm saying? Good show.
Some funny shit.
Yeah, y'all can holler at me at XX Frank Nitty XX on YouTube, Instagram, and then Frank Jones 8115. That's my other Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Let's see how this Drzane Maxwell thing, all this stuff plays out, man. Because remember, I've been saying for the longest time that they should interview her, and they should, you know what I'm saying? And they got a live witness, and they talking about evidence happening.
Makes sense.
How you got a live witness somewhere, and you over here speculating when you got a live witness. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, a lot of the stuff is just a distraction too, man. Distraction tools that they use to distract you, to, you know what I'm saying, to convince you of something else. Meanwhile, they're not really trying to bring anything back to this country to help benefit you, the people, the common person. You see what I'm saying? So I mean, we just gotta, don't forget that. Don't forget that these people are gonna do stuff for the, just like the regular any person is gonna do for self, man. They do for itself and do for the people that fund them. Until we start funding these motherfuckers and shit, maybe they're not gonna give a damn about us. Other than that, we got to form our own party, form our own politics to get something happening. So that's my thing on that.
Hey Dawson. Hey, look. I just said Dawson the picture shoot. Hey, look, that's gonna be some funny shit when you see that shit. You like, then Frank was like, BJ, I didn't know you had no bandana on. I said, yeah, what are you talking about, bro? Like, yeah, what the fuck? It was a do-rag with money signs on it when I was like 15 years old or something, I think I had braids and shit, right? I had cornrows one time. People don't like, people be laughing. You had cornrows? I said, yeah, bro, I had cornrows and shit. I get tired of, you always gotta find. I had to find a braider, and then I had to do this and that. Like, then I'm like, okay, but then they used to put them what they call it, Frank, them little puff balls in my head and shit like that. I said, damn. I had to tell that chick. I said, look, shorty, you was about to please not scab out the way you twisting this shit so hard. Please stop. I said, yeah. Man, you were twisting that shit so hard. I went to school with half that shit, but with the little rubber band dots and this shit like but yeah, I said it to you, dog. You're gonna Shaq, where you at, man? If you sleep, it's okay. I'm not worried about it, bro. It's all right. Don't worry about it, bro. Everybody take naps. Everybody sleep. Hey, look, if you leave your dog alone for if you going out the house for 10 hours, your dog will sleep for about 8. Dogs sleep the majority of the day without human action. People don't know that. Cats sleep a lot too without human interaction. So that's just how it be. But hey, look, like I always say, Frank. Oh yeah, let me go ahead and do this. Shaq, you there or what? If you ain't there, I just shouted there for you. Yeah. Oh yeah, Dawson. By the way, you can see my grandma hold me as a baby. I gotta find the picture of that Chuck E. Cheese shit that my aunt used. Oh, speaking of them, 87-year-old, I found out about it. She's in rehab right now. So yeah, that's another thing. We got to mention that. So that's another thing on the list that ain't so great, but it is what it is. Yeah, but she's in for looking at me as a kid. Shaq, you there? All right, well, we're gonna do this. Shaq Wilder, Instagram, Shaq Edwards, Facebook. And what is it? Yeah, no, he got 2 of them. Shakira's there with Facebook too. He got 2 of them. So yeah, so like I said, everybody, like I said, like they say, guy, let's chill. That's what they say. And you know what? I'm gonna do this for sometimes we still gotta be cool, right? So that also is the woman in the house. So this song, that same song I played, I'm gonna I had to go back to the Temptations because that's actually me talking to that one. So remember, some guys got treat people like ladies, but you know what? It's fun. It's a good time to be alive. Hey, look, I said, hey, look, I still feel like I'm 18 sometimes. So and then sometimes when I hurt my knee, but my knee's better now, I feel like I'm back. So take your time and y'all have a good night and just relax. And also, when you see the pictures, don't laugh so hard.
Yeah, I look for.
All right,
y'all. Salute.
Okay, salute.